Hello and welcome to Down by the Gram on Cam with me, the Grandmaster Kush, talking all things Amsterdam, coffee shops and everything from the cannabis community. Joining me as always, I have my co-host, the Faded Fairy.
Yoo-hoo! Hello, hello.
All good?
Yeah,
Ready for another one?
Yes.
Yeah, getting
all
through them now.
girls.
Girls
Yes.
on today
Woo-hoo.
again.
Yes.
So,
Awesome.
as we said, our guests today, we've got Life by Nyke and 20-Something.
Hey,
Hey guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Thank you for having us.
So before we get started, a word from our sponsor, 21 by 20, life summed up. So you can pick between a beanie or a snapback.
I want a beanie.
Beanie?
Yeah, the beanies are hard.
Beanies.
It's getting winter over here.
Yeah.
Let's get cozy in Amsterdam.
21 by 20, life summed up.
Thank you,
they're
21
not,
by 20.
They're not on general sale yet, they're just to be gifted to the smoking elite, so the high society. So there you go. So before we get started, I'm going to ask you 4 questions in 20 seconds to see what kind of smokers you are. Nyke, I'll ask you first and then you answer second. So, weed or hash?
Both.
Oh,
Both as well.
okay. Sativa or indica?
Sativa.
Hybrid.
Okay. And rolled or in bowls?
Roll.
Rolled.
And what was the first coffee shop you ever smoked in?
Greenhouse or Barney's.
Greenhouse or Barney's? One of them
Greenhouse
down.
or Barney's,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
You know how long ago that was?
Not as long as my
How
first
many
coffee shop, and
joints?
I remember.
Oh, I'm ashamed to say it was Bulldog.
Oh.
I'm
No.
ashamed. I
Yeah.
wish it was something else.
Something cooler.
No,
Yeah.
but it's
You
the
gotta learn
Amsterdam.
somewhere, you know
Yeah,
what I
learn
mean?
That
somewhere.
was one
I
of my
love them.
first ones too.
Yeah, I love them, but I
Yeah.
just wish it wasn't mainstream
Yeah,
for me for my first.
I think I haven't never bought a bulldog in my whole life.
Yeah.
Really, I used to live across and when Lloyd's were playing, I could see it from my house. I still never went inside. Like, I just knew. I don't know if it's half I knew it was a tourist place and half bulldog sounds too English as an Irish person to go in there. So I'm just like, yeah, no, fuck that. I'll find something else. So I've never really
Yeah.
been a bulldog fan, but the shops are nice. Like the smoke inside their hotel and stuff. You have the pool
Yeah.
table, food, drinks, the whole lot. So it's like it's a nice setup, but.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
But like most tourist shops, if you have to keep that much shops stocked, you're not going to have quantity or quality. You're going to have quantity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think they
It's
fall
more,
out.
it's kind of for the atmosphere. Like, I went to the Bulldog as well, I think on one of my holidays when I came over. And like the old police station one. So it's
Yeah.
real, you get the real Amsterdam feel. You're not going in there to like, can I have your best stuff?
Yeah.
You're going in there for a hot chocolate and a joint.
Yeah.
And a
Exactly.
And the
muffin.
fact you can smoke in an old police station
You
is
know
pretty
what I
cool
mean?
as well.
Yeah.
Like,
It was just a little intimidating because I think I was 19 and I was alone. I was solo
Okay.
traveling,
Nice.
and it was very intimidating. There was
Yeah.
just guys everywhere, like big guys,
Yeah.
muscly and all sorts. And I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh. And like I wanted to say earlier, I was Christian, like
Yeah.
really strong. Drugs are bad type Christian.
yeah. And now
Not
you're in
anymore.
Amsterdam by yourself.
Not anymore. I got rid of the chains.
You got better.
I got way better. So yeah, I love you, Bulldog. Don't,
Yeah.
don't I'm not coming for you.
Yeah, and you remember what you bought? Anybody in there first? I have no idea.
Pre-roll.
Yeah, no, I never bought a pre-roll.
No.
Definitely not.
Definitely some haze.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely
I bought
some
hash the first
yeah.
time because I'd never smoked weed. Coming from Ireland, there was only hash growing up. So I came to a coffee shop when I was 20. I was like, oh, some hash. Yeah, nice. Then my friends like, here, try the weed. I was like, oh, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? I don't smoke hash at all anymore now. It's just weed. So yeah. All hash to me now tastes like the dirt hash I smoked as a teenager. So whenever I taste it, just brings me back to being a teenager going, nah, fuck this shit. So even somebody give me, like, I've done cups where they give you like dry sif, isolator, all this stuff. I handed it out to people, you know what I mean? This was probably worth 20, 30 euro grams. Like, I don't want that, you want that? You know what I mean? I'll just take the indicas out of this and the hybrids and I'm happy. So, yeah, no, I'm not a big hash fan at all. She loves that. But she's the opposite. She grew up with only weed. So now it's...
Yeah. And then I came to Amsterdam and I found hash. And I'm like, oh my God. Because it was, I never even actually saw hash
Yeah.
back in Ireland. Like, I'd heard of it, people had smoked it. I think I'd taken a toke off a joint, but like, I've never saw it. Then I came to Amsterdam and I was like, wow. this stuff is
Selections of it.
amazing. Yeah.
We literally had the same upbringing, but the complete opposite. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
literally.
didn't see weed. I think somebody's uncle grew a little bit one time, and it was terrible. That was the closest I seen to weed before I came to Amsterdam, and there was just no weed in Ireland. It was crazy. It was a hash.
I must say, I actually started kind of smoking through Amsterdam.
Oh
So
yeah.
it
So
was,
you're from Germany?
Yeah, well, I grew up between 3 countries, so it's pretty hard to say for me.
Okay,
I'm
where
really
you're from?
But back then, I was 21, and that's when I started smoking. While I studied, like in my last years of studies, and I lived in Antwerp, and obviously Amsterdam is then very close.
Yeah,
and,
down the road.
Then you go with your friends and then you smoke, and that's where I really started smoking. and
Okay, so
realized
Amsterdam
weed
is where
is
you
doing
began.
good.
You weren't a stoner before you came to Amsterdam?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
That's it. It's
You
usually...
had your first joint in Amsterdam.
It wasn't
Beautiful.
it wasn't the first
Yeah.
joint.
But it started you on
But
your way.
It started me as a stoner.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Most people
yeah.
become stoners and make the pilgrimage to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You came here and then learned how to do it in the fucking promised land. Like,
Yeah,
that's
beautiful.
crazy.
Yeah, it is a very, very special place in my heart, like Amsterdam.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Netherlands,
Yeah, like
definitely.
I came here every year as a tourist, and I've lived all over the world, but I always wanted to live here, and now I've came here, I'm here longer than I've been anywhere else, you know what I mean? So there's nowhere else to give you the freedom and the beautiful city, weed, freedom, you know what I mean? Just everything you need from life here, you know what I mean? It's just so easy going and stuff, it's great.
Amazing people.
Yeah.
Really, it's big
Yeah.
communities,
Yeah,
and no matter
especially
what you do.
the expat community in the city, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because obviously we don't
Yeah.
deal with the suburbs and the Dutch people because
Yeah.
we don't speak Dutch, but the expat community in the city is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
It is from cannabis, arts, everything is
Yeah.
like solid. No matter what you're into, you'll find.
And
you're
it's
like
only growing.
gang, like,
It's
yeah.
getting bigger. Like, I mean, there was loads of little gangs, and now I think people are starting to crisscross and you know what I mean, do shit together, which is cool. Like,
It's about time.
yeah, that's
no, it
it.
is. I think, like, I always bring it up. I think community is kind of broken apart, whereas I
Yeah.
think everyone's kind of building up little communities,
Yeah.
trying to bring it back together. So
It's a,
I think
even
we're
we
getting there.
we were
Yeah.
saying the last show was like people used to have one TV and have to sit together. Now even in their house they're not sitting together. Everyone has their own screen. You know what I mean? So never mind the community, in their own houses people aren't together anymore. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. So any excuse to get people together is always
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean?
yeah, big time.
It's nice to get out of the COVID bubble.
Yeah.
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 Oh
big
yeah,
time.
big time.
Yeah. Nice
Yeah,
to
no, that-
finally have that.
That's a, she moved here during COVID, so she didn't even experience Amsterdam for like a year or something. Like it was
Me
just,
too.
oh yeah,
Me too.
You
Oh
say-
my
yeah.
goodness. It was the most boring year.
yeah. Like for me, I was already here set up, so it just felt like a pause. But Jules, it was trying to set up a new life in something that's not even open. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's
It was. You were trying to find the people that were still like
yeah.
floating about.
How do you
yeah.
socialize when you can't go out? Like you
Yeah.
know what I
You
mean?
need a
It's-
pass to get into every coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
horrible.
intense.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
kind of pass did you need?
The QR code.
Oh,
Oh, you needed to
hated
be
it.
like
When
tested
during COVID,
or-
if you wanted to come in, you had to show a QR code.
Or
to get
you
in.
just rebelled.
Yeah.
I was like,
Some
"No."
shops didn't give a shit. Some
Yeah.
shops were very strict. Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? A lot of people are just using fake QR codes or using their friends' ones and stuff, getting away with it and stuff. So yeah.
some guy snitched at my favorite coffee shop during that time, and they started asking for the passes.
No way.
They were going undercover for time.
No.
You know,
Oh,
everybody was there.
What's your
playing
favorite coffee
games.
shop?
It was Siberia.
Don't know
Oh,
that one.
Siberia.
Si-
Oh,
Siberia.
beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
With the
Yeah.
accent, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a Dutch friend correct me.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
She
so
was
you're
like,
like-
you mean Siberia? I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're always like Siberia.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
didn't
So
understand
sly.
me for like 5 different tries of saying it. She's like, where? Huh?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
you have to get
I
it
have
bang
the
on for the
same- I
Dutch.
have
Yeah.
the same with that. I always say Sibiri.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
we'd say Siberia.
yeah.
That's what we'd call
But
it. That's
the
how
way
I
they're
read it.
saying it
I
depends.
have no
Sibiri?
idea, but every time I say it, everyone's like,
Yeah, no, if you said you were going to Siberia, I wouldn't know where to meet you. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I don't know what's happening right now.
See, I was saying Siberia too. Okay.
Siberia? No. I thought it was outside the city or something.
It's in French.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you say it beautifully.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot more.
Siberia.
Yeah.
Instead of
My
Siberia.
boyfriend, who's British, technically he don't like to be called British. He's Portuguese, but he says it the way you guys say it.
Oh, it's Siberia, yeah.
yeah, Siberia. I can't. I don't even remember how to say it.
Yeah.
It doesn't even come
It's
to me.
like-
naturally.
That's hilarious.
It's a beautiful little coffee
Yeah,
shop
no,
as
I
well.
love
Really
Siberia.
lovely spot.
No,
We
that was a
just
good
love playing
menu as
games.
well. Like, they do have Callies for good prices and all.
Yeah.
Decent menu.
And
Cozy.
someone
Super nice.
snitched, and we were
Motherfuckers.
so angry because we were chilling
Yeah.
for months.
No problems.
Some people just don't want fun for everybody.
No.
No.
Some people got to ruin it for
Yeah.
everybody
They
else.
gotta
you know?
ruin it.
Yeah.
And but have you guys ever experienced like weed or hash in other countries?
Like, well, I've lived around the world, so I've smoked weed in other
Yeah.
countries and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I've been in
So-
Australia, the weed is shit there. You know what I mean? It is. It's mostly bushweed and stuff. And we were up the top in Darwin, and supposedly in Adelaide down the bottom is where the good weed is. So we were paying, like, somebody was saying double the price for like a pound up in Darwin. we were thinking of driving, but like it's a 2-day drive through the outback or something, so we definitely would have died. So we didn't do that in the end just to get weed, you know what I mean? But we were thinking of it. You know what I mean?
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, the weed over there was shit, so that's why I was happy to leave Australia.
That
you know
makes
what I
a
mean?
lot of sense. I've
Yeah.
been to Australia, and I just remember smelling like skunk.
Yeah. No, I don't know if they can
Oh,
grow
that's
indoors.
good.
I think
Yeah.
they grow
They smell
outdoors, and
nice.
it's probably too hot to grow. You know what I mean? It's probably too humid,
They say it's
too.
very hard
Yeah.
to keep the temperatures controlled.
But I think in Canberra, the capital, they've legalised it to some extent. I don't know if they've any sort of
Oh, wow.
shops around, but there's definitely legalised to growing and to possession and all that in Canberra, but not in the rest of Australia. I think
Yeah.
they've.
But there's like
different
a
rules.
little like weed town
Nimbin.
in
Nimbin, yeah, I never went to it.
remember I
My
was
friends
looking at
went to
going
it.
to drive
It
through
looks
Australia,
mental. It's like
yeah.
some little hillbilly hippie town. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's just in the
But
middle,
like,
the middle of the outback.
Full cannabis,
Yeah.
like everyone's cannabis.
They
At
have, like-
420, they all blaze
Yeah.
up like it's intense.
They have
like,
parades and all
There.
through the streets and stuff, all
Yeah.
cannabis stuff. I don't know why I didn't go and freak.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
literally.
But yeah,
I'd be
that's like the
amazing.
legal kind of place in there.
Definitely worth a visit. But I think medical weed is also legal. In
What's happening? You
Australia.
probably know more about Germany. What's the
Yeah.
story with the legalization there? Because there's a lot of talk of it.
Let's go legal. So the plans right now and everything looks great so
Yeah.
far, but you know, you only believe it when it really
Yeah,
happens, and
but
that,
the-
in that
the-
kind of sense and term.
They brought in medical a few years ago, didn't they?
Yeah. We have a huge medical market,
And
amazing strains.
how
over
hard
there.
is it to get a medical card?
Well,
In America, it's very easy. So I'm
Well-
thinking the Germans might be a little stricter. They're a little more to buy the book.
apparently there's an amazing platform, weed.de. I'm part of it.
Oh,
It's,
nice.
from Justin Hartfield. I'm sure maybe you heard about him before his name. He's the founder of Weed Maps.
Okay.
And he came up with this project in Europe where we basically help people to find doctors.
Okay.
He
Nice.
talked to you about cannabis because it's very important in Germany to have this destigmatized view
Yeah.
and to find doctors that really know about cannabinoids.
That will
and
take
the
it serious
endocannabinoid
and,
system
yeah.
and terpenes and take you seriously.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I
really
mean, and not
talk,
just say you want drugs, get out of here,
exactly,
kind of.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we also help to find pharmacies, so you can basically type in your strain, like it's like 130 now. I think if almost every
Dispensaries?
week there
Across
are
Germany?
strains coming.
Oh, strains.
Oh,
strains,
130 okay.
And what?
yeah.
How many? Like, is it dispensaries or pharmacies?
It's pharmacies.
Okay.
But they focus basically on cannabis, so they have their own department that focuses on cannabis.
Wow.
There's a lot of pharmacies. Like we right now have 17 or 18 pharmacies that partnered up with us,
No way.
where you can basically see what they have live on stock. You can see when you're a user, you can see prices, for example. You can learn about the strain. So it's a lot about education for the community,
Yeah.
for patients, for users, also for doctors,
Yeah,
because
of
that's
course.
very much needed, and
Yeah.
for pharmacies.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice system that's grown in Germany out of the medical market.
Yeah.
But there are some changes coming. So the talk is about legalization. This legalization has like pros and cons. For example, on the medical market, it will be not scheduled as drug anymore. But on the other side, medical patients were allowed until now they're even allowed to smoke outside on the street.
Okay.
Now, when this new bill comes in, it will say that you're not allowed, even if you're a medical patient, to smoke outside
So it will
on
be
the
better
street.
for everyone except for medical patients.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And then you will
Whoa.
have
Is it a bit
clubs.
selfish to still want it?
Well, we're gonna like. I think
Yeah,
everyone in the medical side is gonna fight against this.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
because that
Um,
kind of makes no sense because
doesn't.
you then basically have to stay at home
Yeah.
if you want to medicate.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
go about your day and do your shopping
Exactly.
Choose medicine or
And
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Some
Yeah.
people are using it for full
Yeah.
physical chronic illnesses.
Yeah.
Like they need it to actually
Exactly.
go about their day.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
That's
so
why I
it's,
think
it's
German-
going forward. It's weird. A lot of countries are going forward,
But I-
but
Taking
one
steps
step
backwards.
back.
Yeah.
Somewhere
I don't,
else.
Same.
I don't get it. I don't get it either, and that's the same thing what I see about the Netherlands, and what breaks my heart. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
We're going
we
backwards.
here in Netherlands should be like leading.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Leading
They
in cannabis.
they had
big
20,
time.
30 years
Showing
ahead
how
of
it's
everyone.
Yeah,
done.
and
Because-
being
Yeah.
proud
Yeah.
and showing how they helped people,
And not
how
in
they
reverse.
grew community, and
Yeah.
and maybe even like invested in new things from hemp, you know, like
Yeah.
hemp clothing,
Yes.
hemp
Yeah.
hemp buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
And
just
it's-
invest
They have a
into it.
country
It's
full of
not there.
experts here already, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's the easiest place to get it going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a sense of shame towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
it doesn't
do.
need to be that way.
No, of course
No,
not.
we
It
need-
needs to be
we need-
destigmatized.
Yeah, we need so much destigmatization and
Yeah.
de-shame.
Yeah.
But I think we're on a very, very good way.
But that's it. The newer generation, the older generation were lied to for years. You know what I mean? Reefer madness. It's a drug. It's the devil. All this bullshit. Like even my parents didn't like they come around to weed now, but my mom still jokes about the hash. You know what I mean? It's that hash is the problem. You know what I mean? And it's not. You know what I mean? It's they've been told all through their life that this is a bad drug. This is you know what I mean? And they can't get that. It's like trying to turn a tanker ship around. It's hard. You have to wait till the next generation come through. It's like everything. You know what I mean? Change doesn't happen. It's for the next generation you make the changes. You know what I mean? So
On the other side, I think we're like setting some good examples with, for example, CBD that makes it more approachable.
well,
Yeah.
that's
everyone.
definitely making a gateway for
Really.
Yeah.
And
in the other
Germany's
direction.
big for that.
Yeah.
They're like I
Yeah.
was when we were at the Mary Jane Berlin. I remember going into just like a news agent. And they had just like pots of CBD. I was like, wow.
That's
Like
crazy.
literally, just as you buy your tobacco, you can buy your
Yeah.
CBD pot.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It should be that way.
But it's literally like a gateway drug for people who are scared of weed. You know what I mean? Try CBD. It's like, and then like, that's not so bad. Like, the rest isn't so bad either. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
try it all.
But
It's,
even
it's
for
also for tinctures and creams and like bathing and like everything around it where people like learn, you don't only have to smoke it.
Yeah, there's a million ways
you can
to
eat it, you
get the
can
benefits
drink
out of it.
like,
You can put it on
Yeah.
lotion.
Yeah.
everything.
literally in
Yeah.
the bath, everything.
Yeah.
Like one of our friends makes CBD, like
He
a
was
lot
on
of
a few,
products.
episode 2, I
Yeah,
think.
Bud Bombs, and he makes amazing stuff. And his actual like bath bombs, phenomenal. I swear to God, my brain like runs as soon as I put my head on the pillow. I had a bath with his stuff, and I was out cold. My body was relaxed, my brain was relaxed, and it was pure CBD.
Your body just absorbing it. Like,
Yeah, like it calms you so much. It's so much benefits to it.
Yeah.
A lot of benefits.
It's really frustrating too because I talk to people, in the business who actually are selling things that could be considered, Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And there are still so many walls that
Yeah.
are placed up. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even use...
It's all loopholes and bullshit.
Yeah, loopholes. You
This
can't
is
even
city's
use
built on
Shopify Pay.
loopholes,
Like,
yeah.
There's so many.
You can
like,
do that if you do it
stops.
this way, but you can't do that when you do that and this.
Exactly.
It's
Why is it pick and choose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
because
why
they
is
made the
this not
laws
like
in the
alcohol?
80s or in the 70s
Yeah.
and 80s and haven't reviewed it. Nothing's
Yeah.
changed. It was like the original laws for people selling a bit of hash, and now it's a totally different market, but the same laws. You know what I mean? It's
It's
But-
Change.
Yeah.
absolutely difficult to get around it
Yeah.
unless you have
but
hundreds of
it's
thousands
difficult.
in the bank account.
We've said before, it's difficult for us now. We've said, imagine what it was like for the people who got us to this point. You know what I mean? It was difficult for them 10, 20, 30 years ago trying to build it so we can go, it's not that easy now, but it's a lot different to what they went through. You know what I
That's a
mean? The
good
fact that we can
point.
just walk in, buy it in multiple countries now, Spain, America, Canada, and like I think Germany's going to go a lot like the Canadian route because they've gone more medical than taste and power and all. They're like, right, what does this help with? We'll grow that.
But-
And I think Germany will go down that route as well, you know what I mean? More for medicine. If it tastes nice, well and good, but we want to heal people
Yeah.
kind of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is good.
But I mean, that's also the thing about the medical market that, as said, you have like over 130 strains. You have like Blue Dream, you have the White Widow, you have them all. Like,
Yeah.
you name them, and all pharmacies and also producers, they work on like pens and hash and all these different
different
kinds of
types of
stuff.
edibles
Yeah,
or
today,
kind
for
of, yeah.
example, they just released THC creams.
Okay,
I'm so
nice.
excited about that. Like a
That'd
be
cream with
interesting,
THC.
yeah.
Like body
Yeah,
lotions,
body cream,
nice.
yeah,
Well,
if you
with
have, like,
THC as
neurodermitis
well,
and
not just
stuff.
CBD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like for Germany, it's like this broad spectrum that's coming with the medical market. Also
Yeah.
with brands like Cheech and Chong weed is now.
Oh, yeah.
on
All the
medical
celebrities are
market.
getting their own strains.
And the thing is, you can just like they can order it to your home.
Yeah.
So
I
I think
saw
that's
that, yeah.
like unique, really unique,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it reminds me kind of LA. Back then, I was there for 2017, only for a week, but I was like, I want to try this medical
Yeah, of course.
medical weed.
And you got a
And-
card, no problem?
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's very easy over there. My friend's girlfriend, she didn't even smoke. She just had, my friend didn't have his passport, so sent his girlfriend in, and he goes, right, just say you can't sleep and you have a bad back, and she's like, oh shit. She said, you went in, the doctor's there with Beats headphones on, his feet up on the desk. She's like, so what's wrong with you? She's like, oh, I have a bad back, I can't sleep, and he's like, oh, we can't have that. Here you go, medical. They're only at a 12-hour layover in LA. There's a medical marijuana card. Let's go into the dispensary. She had went in. There's tablets, walls full of weed. She didn't even know what she's buying. She goes, I'll take one of them. Went out to her boyfriend. He's like, nice one. Yeah, he said it was amazing weed as well. But like that,
like
5 minutes you get,
like a crazy candy shop.
I love the packaging. I'm a packaging nerd.
Yeah.
So I'll just stare like, wow.
But it's not. But I think that's what we've missed, because we used to get our weed kind of in a ripped up bag.
Yeah.
And or like in a bit of tin foil or something. It needs to be beautified.
Yeah,
again.
presented.
It needs to be in that way romantic.
But I also don't fall for these bags and gimmicks. You know what I mean? A lot of people think if you put a fancy bag on it, it's worth double. It's not. You know what I mean?
No, but that's up
and
to
then
the
pack them in a bigger
consumer.
bag and
Please
think about that. Our world is suffering and polluting and
that's
stuff.
it. But even like when the tins were all the rage, if you put anything in a tin, people are like, oh, I'll pay big money for that. You know what I mean? It's just because it's in a tin doesn't make it better. But people thought that. You know what I mean? Just because it's in a fancy Cali pack doesn't make it better either.
100%.
But people fall for it. People say, oh, that's fancy. They put money into the marketing, they must put money into the weed. It doesn't go like that, you know what I mean?
Have you guys seen 2Chainz's most expensivest?
No, I've seen a few of his stuff. I've seen, I can't remember. I've seen a few of his videos. What's that one, though?
The things he has smoked out of that cost beyond what you should pay.
Like rigs and bongs?
Rigs, bongs. He smoked out of like a gold blunt. Like,
what do you mean a gold blunt? Like the paper was gold?
I don't even understand, to be quite
Can you
honest
smoke
with
gold?
you.
I don't know.
He smoked
Should
everything.
you smoke
Yeah, no, I
gold?
don't think you smoke metal at all. Like,
yeah, there's gold papers, and you know how much they mark it up because of these things. Like,
they show that video and go, "This is the same stuff." Like, no, it's not.
If you go on
You
some
put some
cheap
gold tinfoil or something like that.
Yeah,
site,
you
you'll see it's real
imagine.
price.
Oh God, some craft foil.
I've seen him doing a few. I can't remember the video. I've seen him doing a few like stoner related like videos and stuff.
Yeah, he's doing great things
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, I don't even know much of his music. I think I know more from the stoner side than his music. You know what I mean?
But it's nice. We need a lot more people actually speaking on it.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of way you're coming at it.
You know what I mean?
Literally just destigmatize
Yeah,
it.
that's why, like, with this, I wanted it to be like a breakfast talk show where we're just smoking weed, you know what I mean? Like, I remember I've asked some people, like, oh, I don't want to show my face, I'll wear a mask or something. I was like, that's the opposite of what we're trying to do here, you know what I mean? The mask shows that it's something dodgy, it's something criminal, where it's not. It's just normal day-to-day life with people who do businesses, and they're not just lazy stoners, you know what I mean? So,
Actual entrepreneurs.
yeah, that's it.
like,
People that get shit done and smoke weed against the stigma that it's you do nothing once you smoke a joint, like, you know what I mean? So,
I mean, maybe even more they can do this, that do and be who they are because of weed.
of course, like if you're a drinker, once you start drinking, you're not doing anything but drinking. You smoke a joint, you can do everything else after that. Do you know what I mean? But you have a beer or two, you're like, I'm either going to bed or I'm going to keep drinking. They're your options. You know what I mean? But you smoke a joint, your day's your day. Then you know what I mean. Go to work, go create something, go hang with friends, whatever. Oh, breaking the rules.
Sorry, it's my alarms.
Yeah, it's like, you know, away goes your anxieties, away goes your pain. You get creative, you can focus better. Like, it's so much different than alcohol is. And on the other side, you know, I wish weed would be handled at least like alcohol in our society.
That's it. It's like
although you can't
accessible the way
compare
it
it, you
is.
get me? Like, I hate
Yeah,
this comparison.
I hate
You
to
can't
put them in the
compare.
same thing because they're two totally different things. One's a drug and one's a medicine. You know what I
But
mean?
I think it's because they're both in each other's place.
Yeah.
I think that's why it should be the opposite.
Any
Alcohol
vice
should
or anything
be
is always
in the
going to
same
be
thing as cocaine and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's of the same chaotic level.
Yeah.
Whereas cannabis should be in where
Alcohol should be
is
with
everywhere.
cocaine and heroin,
Absolutely
and
everywhere.
fucking cannabis should be with coffee and tea and all the other lighter drugs.
But
You know what
even
I mean?
it's probably even
Oh,
better.
caffeine kills more than weeds. Never kills.
Look at
Caffeine
sugar.
kills.
Look
Yeah,
at
sugar
sugar
kills.
is
Caffeine
marketed towards
kills.
kids.
Yeah. You know what I
And
mean?
it's literally.
Have you seen? I've seen that
so
thing.
many levels
A load of kids thought they had ADHD and shit, and they go to like done a study of like 100 kids and took them off all their sugar stuff. 97 of them didn't have no ADHD by the end of it. You know what I mean? They're just all jacked up on sugar these days. You know what I mean?
I can't even say I'm surprised.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely not.
No, big time. I
Yeah.
notice it even myself. if I have like sugar early in the morning, I am wired.
Yeah.
It's going
And then you get the sugar, then you get the crash.
Yeah. Whereas it's literally, it's your body needs certain stuff, and also at certain points of the day, everything.
Yeah, it's all right when you're getting down, then to bring you back up, but don't start with it because it's fuck your whole.
Yeah, actually, cannabis has honestly changed my life.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
had such bad period cramps, girls. You know what I'm talking about. Sorry, my God.
No, please, we need to bring that forward 100%.
Yeah, also I had this condition called IBS, and it was irritable bowel syndrome. So I couldn't keep food down. Like it was coming out in seconds after trying to eat.
Yeah.
And the doctors couldn't tell me anything. Oh my goodness, the amount of doctor's visits I had to go through.
Random tablets, trial and error.
Try paracetamol.
Try this.
Sorry, UK. Your doctors aren't doing it. It's free, but it hurts.
It's free, and that's why it's free. You know what I mean? You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. Exactly how it was. And it was like 3 years down the line, and I was smoking every now and then with friends or at parties.
But not enough to notice the benefits.
I hated alcohol anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't notice the benefits until like one time I went like a week smoking. I was pissed off, and I was like, I'm picking up. Got my little tinfoil bag. Go into my dorm room, and I'm like, I'm smoking.
Yeah.
So I think that week
changed your life.
Something changed because it wasn't pain.
Yeah.
There wasn't any.
You suddenly go, wait, where's that gone?
Anxiety.
You know what I mean?
The anxiety was not even there.
Yeah.
And did you find like munchies kind of kicked in at all? Like, did your
you
kind of
eat better?
mindset to your stomach change?
I fought that with my life. Ever since I started smoking, I just fought that because I always tried to be a healthy person. I grew up with a very healthy mindset because my mom's a hippie.
Okay.
So
you're a Christian and a hippie?
She
What?
doesn't.
How does that work?
It's real complex. I
That's
ain't gonna
very
lie.
complex.
You're proper
That's-
to
In the line
nature,
of
though.
work.
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
very
you're a
opposites
mother
there.
nature.
Yeah.
It's great how I turned out now. Like, thank gosh. Because when I was 19,
It could have gone either way.
I would wish I could tell her now, girl.
It's gonna be okay. Smoke a joint, you'll be fine.
Yes, a joint a day keeps the cramps away.
Yeah, I love it. Yes, that should be a
We'll make that
logo.
short.
Yeah. No, but absolutely. Yeah.
And I also found that my friends that were girls could outsmoke the guys.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be one of them.
Some people come into
A
my
little
coffee
bit.
shop. And
Absolutely. I'm sorry, girls are better blazers than guys.
no,
Hands
I'm gonna
down,
say, I was gonna
hands
say,
down.
is we're all there's girls that
No.
can smoke as much as you know what I mean.
It's
Not
girls
overall.
outblaze. I don't
But-
know if it's something in our body actually.
It is.
Yeah, chemically it must be, but
But like,
girls
not
can't
all
out-
girls. I mean, there's girls out there that obviously get stoned. Because
Yeah,
I
but that's
always,
because they don't consume every day.
Yeah.
But if you're an actual cannabis consumer, stoner
no,
every day, we'll outblaze any
I
of
was
you
gonna
boys.
say that like
Any
people
boys.
come into my coffee shop with their missus like, oh, have you got a joint for her? I'm like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, for the woman. I'm like, women could, like, I know women that can smoke as more than some men. So like, I don't know what you mean by a joint for the woman. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if you ask for something lighter, I'll give you lighter. But there's no men joints and women joints.
But
you know
how
what I mean?
many couples have walked into the Jolly Joker, a little small lady, some big stocky guy, and he's the guy that goes down
Yeah,
and
he's the
has
guy
a
passed out,
whitey,
yeah.
and she's there trying to pull this big 20-stone cunt up off the ground, like,
No, you're right. It's happened
go
so
on,
many times.
so many times.
But guys,
Yeah.
very important. If you have a whitey, have some cola with you.
AA or
Some sugar.
Yeah.
It is.
Some citron,
Oh,
lemon.
Because
Yeah.
I think that's
And
actually
salt.
a big stigma around cannabis.
yeah.
Is the whitey. People don't
It will
understand.
put you off for life.
Because they don't understand
Yeah.
what's actually
Yeah.
happening
It can,
in their body.
I can understand why it would put you off for
It's
life.
horrifying.
Yeah.
It's scary.
But like
Yeah.
it happens in my coffee shop all the times, and like when it happens, I literally walk over calmly. I'm like, hey, like they're unconscious beside them and talking to their missus or their fella or whatever. I'm like, it happens all the time. He needs a sugar drink. He's gonna be fine. Give him a little slap on the face. Wake him up. When he wakes up, give him this sugar drink, and he'll be grand. He might want to get sick. There's the bin. And that's it. And like people are like, he's dead. Ring an ambulance. You're like, he's not dead. This happens every day in here. Just relax.
Just
and
the
they're like,
blood
and then,
pressure
then they're like
drops.
looking around, going, oh, and he's there half dead, and they're back to just like probably smoking their joint or talking to their friends, going, they said he'd be fine in a minute. You know what I mean? So, and most times they do bounce back. Like, you know what I mean? Just a bit of sugar and they're grand. Sometimes you'll have someone sitting outside for 6 hours, just like that, just like they can't get back to normal.
They're not told ways to cope.
Yeah, this
Ways
is it.
to eliminate
Sugar
them.
just cures it
Yeah.
all. It's such a simple cure, you know what I mean? Alcohol, you'd be drunk, hungover,
Oh my
puking, the
God.
whole lot. Bit of sugar's not saving you there, but you feel weak. And I can see it. I've seen guys come up to the bar and they're like, can I get a water? And like, you need a sugar drink. And next thing they'll cramp up and they'll be locked onto the bar like this. You can just see them about to collapse and it'll be like to my side shift, grab him. But you can see it. You can see their faces white the whole night. Like, this guy's about to drop, you know what I mean?
And I think the important thing is, that's why I'm always saying, like, really be cautious about it. Not cautious, but know about it. Don't be afraid about it. I think almost everyone had it once. And even
it's a rite of passage.
Yeah, even me, like, you know, even when I have my tolerance, my body and my mind was just, for example, at such a low that, and sunshine and everything, that cannabis just hit me different.
Yeah.
And I never had it before, and I was like, wow, shit, I know what's happening. And I was like, give me sugar, give me sugar, give me sugar. And I was literally sitting and almost fainting out, and I just feel the sugar on my lips. It's coming back to life. I was like, okay, thank
really
God.
placebo. You're like, I'm there. I've been saved.
Yeah. So I think it's no shame around it, and don't be afraid around it. And I always tell people, you will not be the first person who dies. And if come on, that's like a crazy death, right?
Yeah. No, there's been times like impossible. There's been times you're like, am I gonna die? And you're like, I'm not gonna be the first person to die from weed. I refuse to be that person who brings weed down. You know what I mean?
If you're the person
tells them it was COVID or something, I'm not dying of weed. Fuck that shit.
If you die by weed, honestly, then you're legendary. You will never die because your name will never die.
No, literally.
Groundbreaking. The first person in 30,000 years has died from weed.
He had a shit tolerance.
Do you want a drink?
No, I'm okay.
Do you want a drink? Anyone else?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Another cola?
No,
you're alright.
Yeah. Definitely, I think the stigma around the whiteys. I think that puts a lot of fear
I'd love to.
around
I know
people.
it's a hard thing to do, but I'd love to document, so like record someone as they're going out in the shop, you know what I mean, and then ask them, can I put it up for like educational purposes? But it's a bit hard to start recording somebody when they're passing out and then go, can I post that on my Instagram after? You kind of need to ask somebody before, but you don't know who's going to drop, you know what I mean?
I think maybe it should nearly even, some like coffee shops or dispensaries should kind of nearly advise. It should be nearly kind of spoken on a bit more. Okay, if you're feeling
if anyone ever says,
lightheaded.
I go, if like they're like nervous, I go, if you ever feel bad, a bit of sugar will cure everything. I say to their friend, if you see each other getting white, I go, just a bit of sugar, a bit of chocolate, a bit of anything, and you're fine again, and it cures everything. So that's it. It puts our mind at ease, because some people are so nervous doing it.
You can make it even subtle, you know. Just get a little sticker and put it on the sugar if you have that in your shop.
Like we do leave like hard candy sweets on the thing, so people are hoping people eat them, and without even knowing, they'll just keep the sugar up, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But we AA and Dextro ready whenever. That's our go-to, you know what I mean. I always put a pink straw in the AA just for, you're getting a free drink, but just to know you went down, you know what I mean, like.
No.
But so tell us a bit about what you brought along. Nyke, go first.
Oh yeah, Green Deal. Some of you might have heard about it. It's a cannabis-themed card game.
Okay.
And what's made it up, basically.
Nice.
It's based on real life.
Okay.
But it plays in another universe, if that makes sense.
Kind of.
Different
so tell us the theme of it. Like, what's the rules or the?
So
can I see one as well? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You're in a
green
universe. Of course, please.
Thank you.
And you're basically building your cannabis business. So you have different products on your hand, and with that you can build your little shop. And it would be such a nice life in a green universe if you could just build, you know, sometimes like a customer comes by, all is good. But you have like friends, so it's for 2 to 6 players, and your friends, they will try to keep you down, obviously.
So just 2 decks of cards.
Good.
Yes,
so
it's 118 cards.
Okay, and are these separate or are these just one big pile?
Well, there are different types of cards in there. So you have the dreams, you have the products, you have the attacks. So your friends will attack you. They will send cops, they will send thieves, they will send aliens.
No way.
You will have to protect yourself, for example, with a skunk, because, you know, if you have like a big fat ass skunk and the police comes, then it makes sense that it smells like kind of funny. And if they ever enter with that skunk, they will never do it again because they are stinking for a week. So you can defend yourself.
This is genius.
And in between,
beautiful, babe.
Thank you. In between there are deals, and those deals are your buyers. And at the end, you you see who has the most points, who made the most deals, basically. And see who's the master of the green universe.
Wow, this is amazing.
Amazing. Your brain is fascinating.
That's crazy. Like, if you've seen the last episode, me and Dunk on Dank are bringing a games night. I have 2 games, stoner games, but I just literally plagiarised other games and turned them into stoner versions and did no thinking apart from just rebranding it. But this is complex. This is genius. Like.
Yeah, beautiful.
Did you turn it around?
Oh, I didn't even
I
see
was
that.
staring at
Well,
that sign.
I couldn't have done.
So this is the games table, and you put the cards here.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Exactly. I couldn't have done it without Lilo Detweiler. She's done all the artwork.
Yeah, really nice. The
Amazing.
graphics
Yeah.
are sick.
Oh yeah. If we have a time at the end, we're definitely having a game with this. And what's the scrunchies?
Oh yeah, it's the scrunchies. That's from the company I work for. I told you about Weed.de.
Yeah.
And the scrunchies are made by Ozo, a very good friend of mine. And yeah, she's making these stash scrunchies where you can hide stuff inside. So you can
Inside
for
the
example,
scrunchie?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little
You can
zipper
you can
and
put
all.
money in there. You can put
Weed.
weed in
This is what we're
there.
really talking about.
I tested it. It's like good for 5 grams, and it doesn't really smell so much. But that's
Yeah, depends how good the weed is.
exactly.
Wow,
Um,
that's a
Yeah,
genius
it's so
idea.
discreet. You got, like if that's up in your hair, no one's
I might even
looking
get
at
away with
that
one of them in my hair.
yeah.
Yeah. Hide the froze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
they're
genius
amazing.
idea.
I think she has them in a lot of shops as well.
Yes,
Yeah, like is it
yes.
Pre to Me as well? I think had them.
In a lot of shops, I
Yeah,
wouldn't know,
amazing.
but you can check on Instagram at Ozo TV. It must be,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll put that up at the bottom. Will you tell me
Yeah.
after?
No, she's going strong for a good while as well. I think
Yeah.
even when I just moved to Amsterdam, I remember seeing her products. So it's beautiful for you to both collab. Like it's a nice
yeah,
product.
Yeah. I always want to support the community because that's what it's
Yeah.
about. We're like building a new business kind of here in cannabis, and I think it's important to support the people who have always been there, who also dared to be there when
Yeah.
it wasn't legal or so
Yeah.
outspoken.
The trailblazers, the people that got us to this point.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I think community is very, very important. So we
But
need
I
to
think
support
with the
it.
weed
Yeah,
community,
really.
like it's a rising tide raises all ships. So everyone that helps each other benefits. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
even if you do help them for your benefit, everyone benefits. You know what I mean? Like it seems to be everyone just working with each other and giving everyone a shout out, and you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
it's
love always helps.
yeah,
huh?
yeah, that's it. And the weed helps make the love.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's true.
Makes the love easier.
Weed is love. Weed is life.
Yeah.
It is because it's very much a lifestyle. You know what I
Oh, of
mean? A lot of
course,
us
it's
are in this kind of a lifestyle.
That's
is
it.
we can absolutely all benefit from this. And I think especially if we build this community as strong as possible
Yeah.
before it goes to the full commercial
commercial
scale.
fucking yeah.
You know what I mean? The actual
Have a core at the
Yeah.
beginning of it, yeah. So it's not all fucking
it's more just for
business
people that,
and
yeah, for new people that then want to step into it in 2 years from
Yeah.
now. That they actually have genuine people to go to. It's not just this
and people they've
multinational
seen that
business.
have led the way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
And
It
it's
is.
so important because I think with cannabis we can really change so many parts of our world and
Yeah.
our planet. Like all these questions that we have right now, with for example pollutions and stuff.
Yeah.
We potentially could answer them with cannabis.
well, hemp
Yeah.
would change the world if
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
from paper was made from hemp. You can build
Exactly.
houses from hemp.
Exactly.
Everything can be made from hemp, and I think it was you can grow in 1 year you can grow 4 times the amount of paper than a tree would grow in its whole lifetime. So 4 times in 1 year. So if a
Yeah.
tree takes 20 years, you've got 4 times 20
Yeah.
amount of paper because
Yeah,
of hemp instead of
yeah.
trees. You know what I mean?
It's
So that's
powerful.
cheap, fucking industrial, and
It is.
change the world. You know what I mean?
It's come back.
Yeah.
Even back in Ireland, they've gone big with the hemp. A lot of the farmers have actually switched to growing hemp back
Oh,
now,
yeah.
which is amazing. Yeah.
Shout out
'Cause-
to Ireland.
Yeah, no, really, yeah, no. Before I left, honestly, I was looking into getting a hemp license because I was looking to buy land when I was like, before I moved to Amsterdam, and I was like, I'm getting a hemp
So
license.
what, like, is there any CBD or THC in hemp?
I think CBD.
Yeah.
Would there be
There-
like very low medicinal?
Yeah, there's like well, usually there's also THC in there.
Okay,
There's like this
But it's
kind
all
of
low,
hemp,
it's-
like I think like 20 sorts or something that are allowed by the EU because they have I think under 1% hemp
Okay.
THC in their hemp. But usually you would have hemp with higher CBDs, I guess. It's
Yeah.
just because it's so regulated and
They
yeah.
tried to bring it down.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
low. Yeah.
But it's
enough.
used more for its textile than it is for.
Well, absolutely anything.
Yeah, it
like
can be made from it.
hempcrete,
Plastic,
yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
This, for example, is also cellophane, so it's not plastic. It's made out of kind of plants and plant material.
Beautiful.
So
Wow.
basically, you could also make that out of hemp, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Like
But
every
you can
every
make even all
plastic
the
that we
all the
have.
shit about the straws. You can make hemp straws. You know what I mean? Why not
Exactly.
have hemp plastic
And-
straws in every place that biodegrade and
Yeah,
problem
it's
solved?
not-
Turtles
it's
are
not-
fine.
It's
You
Yeah.
know what I
only the
mean?
environment, it's also your body, like all
Yeah.
all the
Mm.
plastic, the microplastic that you get into your body, the
Yeah.
microplastic that the fish eat at the end, that we eat again. all
Yeah,
that
the
stuff.
circle of life.
The circle of life,
Yeah.
the circle of plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think now is the time, and that's why it's so important to have the underdogs, because the underdogs, they think differently.
Yeah.
They probably are not in there for the money and for the big money,
Yeah.
but they're in there because of their dreams,
passion in
because
the
their
project
passion,
and
because
the-
they have a vision and they believe
Yeah.
that they can change
They
something
see
to the better.
something
Yeah.
can be done better in the market or in the
really.
world. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, big time.
It is. There's a lot of people come with full passion.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because it's needed. We
That's-
need that.
Yeah.
that's
Literally what you're
the
saying.
90% of success is passion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're willing to keep going and keep doing it, you'll be successful in some way or form. You know what I mean? It's if you just have an idea and do nothing about it, you'll never make it. You know what I mean? Even the best ideas don't get done unless someone does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
action
Yeah,
that's needed.
very much.
And yeah, so 20 something. Tell us about your product.
Hello. 20-Somethings started as a passion project. I had an issue with tobacco where I would get sick.
Okay.
Like every time I had it. In the beginning, because I smoked in the UK for my first time, it was fine. It was the thing to do. I wasn't the one rolling most of the time.
Yeah, so you're used to it.
Yeah, I'm just there, you know,
Yeah.
being an accessory essentially.
Smoking along.
Yeah, and when I started smoking on my own, I realized I never rolled with tobacco unless I had it, and
Yeah.
that was rare moments. So I wouldn't get sick during those times. And combined with like all of the health stuff I was going through, I had like a whole diet change. I was like, let me cut out tobacco. Came and moved to Amsterdam, and everywhere's herbal mix all over the place anyway. So I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't really like it. I would
Yeah,
just
it's
smoke pure.
disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It really is.
Ones from the coffee shops, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I like made my own, and like I've always grown up with loose leaf like herbal tea, being Caribbean. So my mom would
Nice,
give
yeah.
me tea for anything. If you're like her tea, you know.
Yeah.
She would do that though.
Yeah. Irish have the same attitude for tea. You can solve everything.
And my
Yours
grandma,
actually
like,
have
grew
herbal
them
Yeah, we're
benefits,
just drinking
it 'cause
it
of-
Yeah, we're milk and sugar.
Yeah,
Yours have
just to feel a bit
actual-
better.
just to feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, our tea in the Caribbean, it depends which island you're from, but it's like they actually grow the bush for
Yeah.
the tea, so it's quite common for me to have like loose tea. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make my own. Did a bit of research, but I already kind of knew what I was going for, and I definitely wanted like something with a psychoactive mental health benefit, and not
Okay.
in the way where you see visuals.
Yeah.
No, this is more so something that can activate a part of your brain that may be dormant. You know, if
Yeah,
you're having
nice.
trouble sleeping, that kind of situation. So I did that with all the herbs, and I was just smoking it at home with my
Beautiful.
boyfriend,
Yeah.
COVID, that kind of thing. And he was like, yo, make some more. And we just stopped buying tobacco altogether after it
Yeah.
because we just loved it. I tweaked the recipe a bunch. And then I quickly just threw together some packaging, to be honest, because I was like, I got to get this out there. People
Yeah.
need this.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
we're feeling better. We're
Yeah.
getting out of depressions. We're our moods lifted. Like,
Nice.
it actually showed benefits. And
So
you
on
know,
top of the weed benefits, you're getting more benefits
more
from the herbal
benefits.
mix.
And
Yeah.
if you like feeling elevated, it will increase that like times 5.
Okay.
It's honestly amazing.
Nice.
I would
Beautiful.
And what kind
genuinely-
of stuff
Yeah.
is in there?
Depending on which one you get,
Okay.
I have one that I
See-
sold out of. It's like the best one that people love for anxiety.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's got chamomile, lavender. All 3 of them have mullein, which cleanses your lungs.
Nice.
It's
okay.
known to. And then the smooth sailing one is a great tobacco replacement for like if you used to smoke tobacco, it's the easiest transition and it will
Nice.
always elevate. It's also great for your period. A whole bunch of benefits on that one.
I saw that on your Instagram. You're going through all the different benefits of like each
Each
packet.
herb that's
Yeah,
in it, and they're
amazing.
very simple.
Yeah.
Because on the market, I felt like so many flowers were put inside it, and I'm like, you don't need to be doing all this.
You know
It
what I
just
mean?
needs
Yeah.
to
Marshmallow
feel
in
like
this.
weed
Yeah.
and act as a replacement, and you can also drink it. So I made
Which
it
is
tasty.
amazing.
There's
yeah.
marshmallow in this one.
Yeah,
Marshmallow.
marshmallow.
You're thinking it's squidgy.
Yeah.
So wait, you can smoke and drink it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
That's a real stoner thing.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's
that's stoner
amazing.
thinking. I love
Yeah.
it.
Like if you don't like teas, you'll like these.
Yeah.
Because I think if you add a bit of sweetener for yourself, agave, something healthier, or honey, however you're feeling, it can be an experience because you can still have the
Beautiful.
benefits, and you actually feel like better. I don't know how to
Alive.
explain it.
But I
'Cause I
think
can't,
like
you know?
people don't realize like weed isn't the only herbal plant medicine.
Yeah,
Eh,
beneficial.
what
one.
you have in there is thousands.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, every little bit of weed and grass sticking out
All
is
the
a
stuff
medicine.
they survived on for
So what
generations. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's there for a reason.
Literally, everything in your product, like if you take weed out aside and just smoke that alone,
Yeah, you
that
have
has
benefits.
powerful
It's
benefits.
amazing.
Really, yeah.
If you're into a spiritual experience, like some of these herbs right before bed can lead
Yeah.
you to like the best dreams.
Oh,
some
yeah.
some people say they don't have dreams
I don't.
anymore.
When I smoke
Yeah.
weed, I don't dream. Definitely
yeah,
A lot
not.
of
I
people
dream
still-
every night.
Oh yeah.
I dream
Like,
every night.
If
and
I
they're
wake
great.
up in the morning and fall back asleep, you get a
Lovely,
dream.
yeah.
But when I fall asleep stoned and wake up, there was I
You
might have
gotta
dreamed. I don't
try
remember.
this
Yeah.
Before bed.
No, definitely.
I tell
Yeah.
you, my dreams have been like I want to write them down afterwards. I'm like, this is a movie.
Yeah.
Amazing. Even then, that's so vivid as well while
Yeah.
you're consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so excited. Next month we're actually switching to paper packaging. My
Oh, nice.
wholesaler finally got what I wanted, and the packaging is completely changing.
Oh, nice.
Completely eco.
Beautiful.
These are slightly eco, but I don't give them grade A.
Yeah,
'cause
but you,
we can do
it's
better.
you're learning. The whole world is
That's it, you
chaos.
gotta
at the minute.
start and
Whatever
get
way you're
better.
starting is amazing.
Yeah.
Just getting yourself out there.
This is
Little by
recycled
little.
plastic, and it is recyclable, so you can put it back into the system, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
However, the next packaging is paper. So you
Beautiful.
put that in
Yeah.
your compost.
Well done.
We're gonna do that up because I am huge on the environment. I've been trying to do everything with this company with environment in mind, and this is the only part right now that I'm not 100% on. So
Okay.
for it to
You're
change,
happy with
I'm just
everything else?
excited. Yeah, everything else is
One
coming
more
together.
tweak and then
Yeah.
we're 100%.
Well, well done you for staying true
Yeah.
to what you believe in. You know what I mean? You needed to do what
Not
you needed
compromising.
to get. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
I
whatever
owe it to
stage
the
it comes.
environment, you know.
Yeah,
Our
beautiful.
generous gotta do something.
Yeah.
And that's why we need the small businesses.
Yeah.
Exactly
Yeah.
that.
Really, because
'Cause
you
it can
can
be
Innovative.
give it.
expensive
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
to get eco. It can be extremely
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
If you don't find that right person that helps you with it, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially unless you're buying massive bulk or something.
Exactly.
And small business can't do shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
I started this out of love. Like I couldn't have like unless I got a trust fund or something.
Yeah. Go
So
fund me.
beautiful though. You know what I mean? Really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
glad,
definitely
I'm
try some of
glad.
that. Haven't
Yeah.
had dreams in a while. Only when you go off weed for like a week and then the dreams start freaking me out because I haven't had them for years. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
In the
You know what I
beginning,
mean?
they
You wake
can be
up going,
intense.
where was I? Like, oh, wait, shit. So yeah, you forget what dreams are and then you start coming back to you and like, oh no, fuck that shit. Give me a joint.
And some people like they say like they start coughing out their lung scum. I don't know what to call
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
but
Oh, when
they
you go on to
actually-
something good, you start getting rid of the bad shit out.
especially
Yeah.
because of the mulan in there. You start coughing it out like the first couple days you're smoking,
Yeah.
and then you can breathe.
It's getting rid of all that bad shit,
the
yeah.
breathing, I can go upstairs. We're upstairs or in this country.
yeah,
Steep
and,
ass
like,
stairs.
ladders nearly. Yeah.
Glorified
You
stairs.
need your
Yeah.
lungs, the biking, everything.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
yeah,
switched with it.
we
But
switched
that's
from tobacco,
amazing.
and it was like
New person.
Yeah.
Taste that oxygen.
takes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so clean outside
No,
all the time,
no.
but yeah.
Go outside the city, you might get a fresher breath.
Yeah. But
Right.
no, to be doing that, have the benefits. Amazing, really.
Yeah. I genuinely hope everyone can try it at least once. Like something
I
that's
wanna
actually nice.
try this
And
so hard.
you were talking about how your game can deal with like in business when competition comes and they steal.
Yeah.
I am not afraid of that. I don't know why. I want
I
to see
love
everybody
this.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
Let's have options.
I'm the same with like even my games I made. As I said, I've probably robbed them from someone else. But any ideas I've had, I'm like, someone's like, oh, copyright that. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it the way I do it.
Yeah.
Let them do it. I mean, even the podcast. If I told someone my idea, let them try and do it. Do you know what I mean? They won't do it
That's
the way
exactly
we do it.
They won't do it the way I do it.
No, so let everyone
Love
copy
They
it.
will
it.
not do it the way
You know what I
I
mean?
do it.
Imitation
They'll
is the
be
most
behind.
sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah.
You know what I
They'll
mean?
be behind. You know how long it took me to create this ring?
I know. I love
let me see
it.
this.
Look at
It
the
holds a
style.
joint.
Beautiful.
How? Yeah.
Did
no.
you make that?
Yes,
Wow.
I designed it and I had
Show
them
it,
made.
Do you sell them?
I sell
Can you
them.
see it?
Yeah.
Would you like to see? Would you like to hold it?
Wear it?
Like how G do
Yeah.
you look blazing your
Yeah,
joint?
I've seen the little
You
plastic
look
ones.
so
That
I
looks
good.
forget
gangster.
I have my joint.
Yeah, no, you're just
Yeah,
like,
you're
where
just
the fuck
hanging
did
on
I
the
put
finger.
it?
I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like typing, doing work at home, and I'm like, oh shoot, I keep
That's
forgetting
beautiful,
my
yeah.
Amazing. Because
It's
they made it for
comfortable. You
Xbox
just leave
controllers.
your
Do you make
my
men's
boyfriend
versions?
steals it. That's what I keep getting asked that question because I'm thinking about a design.
Yeah, like I like it, but I don't think it would suit me that well. You know
No,
what
no,
I
no.
mean?
We're gonna get a silver version
Yeah,
that's
nice.
chunky for
Yeah,
men. You know,
nice.
like a nice, beautiful brim, round, and thick steel kind of option.
And have you
that's
made a few of
subtle.
these? Are these a thing? Are these a product, or
This
you
is
just
a-
made for you?
This is a product right now
Oh,
on the
nice. So
website.
this-
Yeah, 3 colors.
Oh, nice.
All in gold. People are asking me for silver, so I'm thinking about it. I
Okay.
don't know. I'm not a silver girl.
Yeah,
but
no,
I
I'm a
know
gold.
people love
Yeah,
it.
gold.
Get a
all
white
the way.
gold.
What's
Close
your
White
enough.
gold would be cute.
Yeah, you know
That
what I
what's your
mean?
website's name?
Oh, 20 SUM things.com. 20-somethings.
20-Somethings.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the same as
Beautiful.
this,
It's
the
the
rings
same
and
as
the.
this,
You can
yeah.
get all your products there.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I love
we'll be sold out of a lot of things until the end of October
Okay.
or mid-October.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, I've been running out quickly recently, so I'm
Nice.
picking
This
up.
podcast is
a
well till the
lot.
start of October, so by then it'll be all right.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
perfect.
Yeah. Next week, get onto the website.
Yeah, you'll see the drop. You'll see the drop.
But I
Honestly.
love the vibe you're bringing to the cannabis scene. Like if you've seen our Instagram page, it is
Yeah,
beautiful.
no, I had a flick through it before you came on.
Like
This was-
Oh,
it's
Yeah,
stunning.
yeah.
You're
Really
you're bringing a different energy to cannabis, a more feminine side to cannabis. It's beautiful, really. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank
Because
you.
I think we need to see a lot more of that. I think a lot of people see cannabis as like guys in tracksuits
Yeah.
and drug dealers
and,
and
sto-
that.
and most
yeah.
stoner chicks are just these hoes on thing,
yeah,
you know what I
with
mean?
ass and tits out.
Yeah.
Whereas we're bringing a
Yeah.
different vibe. We need to take
Don't get me
ourselves-
wrong. I have tattoos and go gym too. Like
Oh,
Yeah, no, no,
100%.
but it's-
I have a stereotype
got
right
it.
there, but
yeah, but it's,
I still want that girly essence I grew
Yeah.
up with. You know.
yeah,
that
you're
inner
selling you
feminine.
instead of your
Yeah.
body and everything else. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's cheap ways to get
Yeah.
noticed in this world, but then
Yeah.
there's real ways too. You know what I mean? So it's
Exactly.
Really.
And I feel like New York right now is doing what I'm trying to replicate.
they've got a lot of
here.
dispensaries now, don't they?
They have just opened up so many dispensaries, and they have so many events popping up
Oh,
and
wait.
brands like black owned. I love to see it because I want more of that.
I
here
heard
too.
I heard
Yeah.
something that when they gave out dispensary license in New York, they gave it to people who had convictions for cannabis related
Yeah.
crimes.
Yeah.
So the people who were locked up for cannabis were the
Yeah.
first to get a chance to open a dispensary,
Nice.
giving back to the people that were locked up.
that were deemed criminals.
Yeah.
And now here
Yeah,
you're illegal.
your crime has now
tender.
got you a
Yeah.
business. You know what I mean?
Wow,
Like, what
okay.
a way to say sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here we fucked
Yeah,
up. Like,
we
okay,
shouldn't have locked you up for that.
nice.
Here's
Yeah.
a chance to open a business if you want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's a genius.
You know,
That's beautiful.
Thank you to Obama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
'Cause
made the move.
He started this. He did a lot of other things, but he started this.
Yeah.
And it's led to
For the
where
cannabis
it is
community,
now.
we'll thank him
And
forever.
he wasn't the first,
But-
but he was nice for America. I
But
give you that.
do you know it's during I think it was Nixon or something that started the war on drugs, or one of them, Reagan. Because of that, they had to stop growing in fields, so they had to start growing in indoors. And when they started growing indoors, they figured out male, female, all this stuff. So if it wasn't for the war on drugs, we'd probably be still smoking outdoor shitweed. So the fact that they put us underground, they learned
Made it
more
better.
than being in a
Okay.
field somewhere. Because they were burning these
Yeah.
fields and all, so they literally put us underground, and then people learned from that underground and made the weed what it is today. Not just a plant grown outside. They said we have to grow it inside and figured out that's better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Drugs won, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. They
We
thought
won.
they were fighting the war, and they just gave us their best weapon. You know what I mean? Like it's. But yeah, the war on drugs is never going to win, especially when you're fighting a plant that grows normally. You know what I mean? You can't ban nature. It just doesn't
You
work.
can't ban the truth.
Yeah, that's
You
it. You know what I
really
mean?
can't.
It was
It's
here
so
long
many
before your laws, and
Yeah.
it'll be here long after your laws too. You know what I mean?
Culturally,
Yeah.
Yeah.
spiritually,
Everything.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
like they found in like tombs in Egypt
Yeah.
weed still potent. You know what I mean? I'd like to smoke that shit, but fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Fuck that. What they were smoking back then, building pyramids and all high off their head. Let's build a pyramid.
Imagine like
The first
little
dispensaries.
Veda packs in those tombs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sealed up and all. Yeah. a little tin.
Like a Stinton glass.
Yeah, they've carved a brand into the top of the.
I want to
tin.
get buried like that,
Yeah.
actually, because, you know,
Just
if I
like
want to come
weed
back and
around.
smoke
Might
one,
as
it should be
well.
better there.
I've seen. Have you,
Yes.
have you ever
yeah.
seen these things? It's like a pod that goes underneath a plant, and basically you can be buried in that, and then that grows a plant. I want to
Yeah,
be
I
buried
wanna
in a
do
pod,
that,
and
yeah.
just plant weed with me, and then I'll
Exactly.
be the feed for the weed,
Yeah.
and then people just smoke
This
weed.
is
Shit,
the
it'd be like
Grandmaster
how high
strain.
when he comes back. Every time we smoke, he
Yeah.
just shows up and just smoke. Hey, I'm back.
Grandmaster.
That's the dream.
Right, so we're going to move on to the next segment. This is the smoke wall. So we're going to all pull out a lighter from the bag and we debate on where it belongs on the wall. So if it's got good weed, good prices, good selection, good seats, games tables, toasties, milkshakes, all that other stuff, Topshop. If it's got most of that but missing one or two, blazing. Most shops are just normal, solid, like run the mill. If it's missing a few bits, Smokeable. And then, as I always say, a shop that lets you smoke weed is better than any shop in the rest of the world. So just because we're spoiled for choice, it's not for us, you know what I mean? So no hate on any shop. The worst it is, it's just not for us. So we're going to pull out a lighter. Yeah. So I'll let you go first. And just randomly, don't look.
Oh, not looking. My arms are so small. What is this? What does it say? Papillon?
Oh.
Papillon?
Papillon. Papillon in the
And
pipe.
in the pipe.
In the pipe.
Have any of you been to it?
Yes, actually.
You
I
know
have
it?
been. Yeah, actually recently.
Nice.
I'm gonna go blazing.
Wait, we're going to just talk about what it's got. Like, we don't
I
jump
love-
in.
Okay.
I love the good
But,
vibes for
no, so
spots.
the-
I always jump in whenever it's a spot I like. I'm like, this is the top shop.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So it's talk about their menu, their seats, stuff
I
like
see,
that. So you know what I mean?
How
So
am I supposed to remember the menu?
no, but what you thought of it, like if you thought it was a decent shop, like not their like we don't need a detailed report on their menu or anything, just kind of the vibe and overall what you thought of the shop or.
So I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those coffee shops I pop into and then pop out because the pipe is there.
Yeah,
So
it has a lot of options.
Yeah.
But it has a nice little seating area. It's like you walk in and then there's the so you
There's
buy your weed
the
on the
bar
left
there,
and then you
and
go
then
into
they
the
have
right and there's a load of couches. It's a long
Yeah.
line of couches, but comfortable
it's super
enough.
comfy. It's
Yeah.
super comfy. It's really bright, in my opinion. I like bright coffee shops.
Yeah.
I can't see.
You like the more. You don't like it too
Yeah.
bright. You like it more of a like
Well, I don't-
Joker or dampering kind of big
Yeah.
kind of candles and a nice
But once
ambience.
it's not too futuristic. I
Yeah.
like a weird kind of
Yeah.
grungy spot.
Yeah.
Kinda,
yeah.
yeah.
This one's not that grunge.
Okay.
It didn't give grunge. It gave like, I don't even know, like tame rocker boy.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
I'm
rocker
trying-
boy.
I want to go
It's a
next
new
to
genre.
that.
In blue, it's
But
very
that-
dolphin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it, but you know, like
Yeah.
a surfer boy or like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
It was
No,
nice,
it's
though.
not a bad shop. It's an
Yeah.
alright menu. I don't think it's too
It's a
much
lovely
to offer.
location.
Yeah, no, it is. It's
Beautiful
right off the
location,
Albert Clyde
really.
Market and all
Yeah.
that right behind
That
it.
square is so
Yeah.
good. I cycle by it a lot. And I love actually cycling through that square.
Yeah.
It's very calm.
Yeah,
or something.
little playground, all this shit there and
Yeah,
all
yeah
there.
really nice energy around it.
Oh, that tests your memory. Because if I didn't stare at the sign, I don't even know if I would remember. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it is a bit out there, and it's only because I was passing I grabbed the lighter. So, like, I haven't smoked it. I remember smoking it when I first got over here. I was staying in the pipe for a few days, just like jumping around hotels when I first got over. And I went in there, sat there. It was nice enough. And then when I went in the other day, I had a look. And the menu was all right. I can't remember what I bought, but the couches are nice and all. So I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit out. And if you're out that way, there's probably better. So I'd say probably solid spot is probably the
Yeah.
best.
I
you
go
know what
out
mean?
every other month to get some tea from this one shop on Saturday.
A coffee shop.
No, it's
Okay.
regular tea just at the market.
Okay, yeah.
So it's great
The-
tea though.
There's some lovely spots along there.
Yeah.
Really, it's a nice place to just go floating
Right,
around.
so pass that over and let
Okay.
Nika take one out.
And you can't look.
Ooh, Tony.
Oh, Tony Balboa's.
Tony's.
Oh, one of the newer
Nice.
shops in town. Nice, shout out Tony. You been there?
I've been there, but it's quite a while ago.
Yeah,
when it was
when it
opening
was-
up.
okay, yeah.
And I must say, pity on me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, and I'm sorry for myself because the hash. I would love to see the hash menu.
There's
Yeah,
the-
I hear that.
yeah, I'm not a hash smoker,
Tony
so
Tony is a hash
Yeah.
lover, so
Yeah.
I'm really putting out big hopes over
Yeah.
there, or I'm pretty
I-
sure.
I've heard good things. Again, I walked
Yeah.
in, I looked at the weed menu, but the rest of the lads have said the
Everyone
hash menu
said,
seems
yeah.
very good in there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and it's good, big shop, you know what I mean, 3 floors.
Yeah,
Oh, was
exactly.
it 3 floors?
Yeah, so that's it was
I thought
known
it was
it
just
was
the
known as
one
coffee shop
above.
3 floors, but
Okay.
because I had in the window 3 floors, but when Tony was telling me that wasn't the actual name, it had some
Yeah.
other name, but they were just advertising that they had 3 floors, so everyone just called it coffee shop 3 floors,
No
which it
way.
literally it goes right up, you know, all the way up.
Because what's it, Baloo?
Baloo,
2
but
doors down.
they've
they're
only got the 1
2.
floor, yeah, the one
One
up
above
above,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
They're nice as well though. The renovations in there is lovely.
Yeah.
I think we have a lighter from them. Hopefully they come out someday. But yeah, no, but
Yeah,
Bow's
but
shop,
Bow's-
it's nice, like especially the load of room, you know what I mean, for big
Yeah.
groups and stuff.
Yeah, and
'Cause
it's
it's-
very central. Huh?
Yeah, good
Yeah.
locations. About
Yeah,
say that
location,
Rembrandt.
really.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check Tony definitely
Yeah,
because
no.
I have it on my list for so long. I want you to know how it is. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you just like, get caught up in the day.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
of course.
And if you're going somewhere new, you want to actually have like an hour or 2 to just sit, chill,
Yeah.
take your time with
Yeah.
a spot. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Very
definitely.
nice.
But no, definitely check it out, especially if you're a hash smoker, because I've heard good things about the menu. And as you said, Tony is big into his hash smoking. So, like, he started off just doing
Yeah,
videos, going around coffee shops and all.
And
like,
didn't
and
he used to do kind of like smoke sessions?
Yeah, I
I think
think he-
in some of the
Yeah.
coffee
I think
shops.
for
yeah.
Boring Young'uns, they used to do, like, they'd bring people up and just let them sample all their weed and
Yeah,
stuff
and
just
he'd
get
like
them
go
high and
through
shit.
them with
Like,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that-
It's a cool way to have started from like hosting smoke sessions in someone else's coffee shop.
Yeah.
To be like, now come into
My shop,
mine.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
you know
Like,
what I
well
mean? So,
done, man.
yeah.
Fair play.
that's it.
That takes a lot of graft to like then actually have your name up on
Yeah.
the spot. It's not 3 floors.
No,
it's not
and
the
else you've
plug.
rebranded
it's
that,
actually,
that's
no, I
your
worked my
name.
ass off for that.
He
Yeah.
has
That's pretty
Best
sick.
Joint is his brand, his kind of thing. Like Best Joint is in
Yeah.
best place to go,
Yeah.
and I think he wanted to call it that, and he was telling me it's too. You're not allowed to advertise that it's a coffee shop that much.
Ah, okay.
And the word joint was too kind of whatever
Yeah.
the government say, so we couldn't. But like on his brand
That's
before
a nice
that,
one though. Best joint.
yeah,
'Cause
Best
it's like
Joint
the best
was,
joint.
yeah, the best joint in town, like old school kind of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a nice shop. So I'd say it's probably up around Blazing. You know what I mean, I don't think it has much extras as in the way of milkshakes or games tables or anything. Like it has the extra floors, but it's not the most comfortable. I think it's more just wooden seats and stuff. But you have the
Yeah.
extra seats, so
Do
I
you
think
say
it's
between like solid and
No,
base, or would it be up there? Honestly, I haven't chilled.
Yeah.
In it. I have to check out the hash as well.
no. I think because the menu is decent enough. I think
Yeah.
it's good
Up
enough
there,
to be,
yeah.
especially with the extra room and stuff. You don't get in a lot of shops. I think
Yeah, that is nice.
enough to give it into Blazing.
Yeah, location.
So
and all.
where's that bag? I'll
Good
pass
place
it
to make a
around.
game night.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was saying we could host a smoke session there.
Big shout out to Tony.
Yeah, legend. Hopefully get him on the show one day. I was saying it to him before.
Yeah, I've got a video with him. We were going through coffee shops. You can check it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Live by Nyke.
Okay, I must check that out.
Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel as well?
Yes, I do. You can see also some playthroughs
Okay,
with the
nice.
game and stuff.
So we'll be able to tag your YouTube channel on the YouTube then. Nice. That's our first actual other YouTuber we've had on.
yeah,
Nice.
come on.
'Cause
Yeah, most people are first time.
You can't tag people's Instagram when you put up a YouTube video, but it'd be nice to actually tag another YouTube channel now when we have it up. So
Yeah,
nice.
rep it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna go viral. We're
That's
gonna
a back
push.
right
I'll definitely.
Yeah,
We'll,
I
we'll
love
watch
it.
a video and use playing the game before we give it a shot. Learn the rules. What did you pull out?
I need a different one. I pulled out Old Church.
Oh, we've already done
Big
that one.
love though,
Yeah.
always.
yeah.
Done that last
No,
episode.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Must have put it back in. Oops.
Thank you. Oh, do you go with Heck Elders?
Oh, nice.
Phew.
Just around the corner.
Love
He's
it.
been to Heck Elders?
Shake about
Have you been to Heck
Uh,
Elders before? You don't know
I'm
it?
not either. No.
No, it's just around the corner on your way down Central Station.
Hey, nice little spot.
Yeah,
Like quite a
it just
tight
got
box
renovated.
Past it.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It
ju-
is one of them you probably wouldn't even notice as you
It's
walk
right
by.
on the corner, right before Central.
No, that's Voyagers.
No,
It's halfway between
yeah.
there and there. So along the Canal Street, but halfway, just like a little, like you're walking down house, then coffee shop,
Yeah, I
house,
walked
house.
past it.
Yeah.
But I've
Yeah.
not been in it.
It's got
Yeah.
Shea Guevara's head outside. Well, it used to before the renovations. I'm
yeah,
not sure if
they
it still
changed
does.
the sign now. They did a lovely job though. I can't
Yeah,
lie on the
it's-
logo.
But even
No,
the
yeah.
the renovations inside are lovely as well. It's much
Yeah.
nicer than it used to be.
Yeah,
And
no,
it's a
it's
decent enough menu as well. You'll always get something 12, 13 euro,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I have bought a few that was actually quite tasty.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember. It's been a while since I've bought from there, but
Yeah.
anytime I did, they also have fudge this is
Yeah,
cakes.
and I remember they
Yeah,
used to have a
these
few
cakes
other
are
ones, and then
fire.
I think they got
Yeah,
taken
used
away.
to
They used to have like
have
Nesquicks and all these other mad
Yeah,
things and
few
stuff,
mix.
and then the powers that be said it wasn't to be. So, but yeah, no, it's a nice little shop and it's central as well. I'd say a lot of people forget about it because it's like on that kind of quiet street that unless you know it, you wouldn't really find, unless you stumble on it coming up from Central Station or something. But yeah, no, overall it's a nice shop. It's comfortable enough inside. Like I think they have the soft seats and shit. So
It is quite cool.
yeah. So I think
I haven't sat in it. I've only bought from it as I floated through.
I remember being in
the
there
thing.
on New Year's Eve, I think 2018, and some coffee shops, because it's New Year's, they stay open for a little bit longer. So we ended up being there at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Then they closed the door, and we were still in there till like 5 in the morning. And New Year's was blazing away. The whole lot was great. That was before the renovations and all, so that was good crack.
Different times.
Yeah.
Oh, Amsterdam when you're so much freer. You could just do what you
Do what
want.
you want.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that was
quiet
mental.
though. I love the quiet.
Yeah.
It was. It was beautiful to actually see. the
What, during
city.
lockdown?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I
it's a
used to walk
different
from here
time.
to Lloyd's of Plane when I was living up there, and I'd see literally nobody.
Yeah.
Dam
Yeah.
Square, Lloyd's of Strat, everything dead. You know what I mean? It's like a zombie movie. And to
Yeah.
have such a beautiful city to yourself,
Yeah.
where literally there's not one other person in eyesight, you're like, wow, this is all mine now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's crazy.
literally.
Felt like you could conquer everything.
And then they brought in the
You go,
curfew.
yeah.
They brought in the curfew that no one was allowed out past 9 p.m. or something, unless you had a dog. I had just got a dog. I'm out everywhere. Me and the dog are floating around just laughing at people like, haha, stuck in your houses. It was great.
I loved it
Wow.
too during
Yeah.
Corona. You could just like go out like with doggo, and also like that it makes you move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you get so used to sitting somewhere.
Yeah,
so
you
you're
just
like,
go
right,
to a
I
shop.
Need to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now
no,
you
I
have to float.
hiked so much.
Yeah.
Before I moved here, that's all I did back in Ireland. I was like, right, in the car, get the dog, let's go on
Yeah.
a walk. Like,
Now you're the same. But that's the great thing about Amsterdam. You just have to walk outside your door and it feels like you're on a night out or a day out, you know what I mean? Like just walking to the shop, you're walking by beautiful buildings, canals, everything, you know what I mean? So it feels like a constant holiday just floating around the city, like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like so many tourists around, so like people are always like in kind of like a happy vacation. mood
Yeah.
too.
you're always talking to someone new.
yeah.
A new
Yeah.
story, new
Yeah, new random
character,
bit.
everything.
And then they find out you live here, like, oh wow, you know what I mean? They can't
what's
believe
it like?
it.
And you're like, it is
I'd lo-
amazing.
Everyone
it
always,
is.
I'd love to
Yeah.
live here, I'd love to live here. Like when I'm working in the coffee shop, people are like, oh, I'd love to have your job. I was like, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty great. I tell people I'm happily retired. It's not even a job anymore. You know what I mean? All I do is smoke weed and hand weed to people. You know what I mean? It's hardly work. You know, I've done real work in my life, so this is not a job anymore. It's just getting stoned all day for the crack. Like
That's
But-
what's so beautiful about the Dutch system, that you can just like meet new people, chill with them, smoke with them, and then
Yeah.
really learn how everywhere around the world people are smoking. Like
Yeah,
I met people
doing
from
what you're
Turkey,
doing
I
and-
met people
Yeah.
from
I've-
Saudi Arabia.
yeah,
Like,
India,
Everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. You can say there's a death penalty on it, but
Yeah.
people don't give a fuck.
yeah, they
so
still
come
find
on.
life
They're
finds
still
a
going
way.
to go and blaze
Yeah.
and buy their
Exactly.
weed and text
Yeah.
their dealer.
Well, I remember.
Whereas imagine if everywhere in the world had places like coffee shops.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Like it'd be
As accessible as
different-
bars and
that
stuff.
you
Like
could just walk in and have a joint with your friend and then go about your day.
yeah, like a
Like-
cafe. You just go in, have your
Yeah.
cup of tea, a cup of coffee, smoke a joint, and go around. Like
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
normalize
the world would be a
it.
better place.
Yeah.
But
lot
I
better.
remember when I lived in Australia and staying in a hostel, and I was smoking with a girl from Hiroshima in Japan, where they dropped the atomic bomb. And like I only know that as like a disaster zone somewhere where a bomb happened, and to smoke a joint with someone who lives there, you're like, so what's it like now? And she's telling me about how they rebuilt, and I'm like, it's just so bizarre. There's some people you'd meet and they're also smoking a joint. Like she's there stoned, and I remember she's like, I'm so stoned now after smoking with us. Like, but it's crazy. Just every week in that hostel, then it's just smoke with different people, and then here's the same. Every walk of life, every
Yeah.
sex, gender, race, religion, everything.
Age.
Yeah, everything.
All
It's just
ages, like
everyone. People who smoke have the same kind of mindset. Then you know what I mean. People who really smoke, they're all on the same kind of level, which is a nice, good, friendly level instead of all the drunks on the same level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
generalized respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
very much, literally just that.
Yeah,
Walk
the-
past the bar, you're gonna hear some noise.
Yeah.
Walk
Yeah.
past the coffee shop, you're gonna hear some music.
Yeah, that's
You know
it.
what I mean? Everyone's chilling, having a nice
Yeah,
little chat.
that's when
like,
people
yeah.
start getting all like shouting in the shop. I'm like, hey, that's not this. It's not this kind of place. It's a
Yeah.
coffee shop. You know what I mean? We're here to smoke a joint. Like, I'm not saying don't have fun, but don't be shouting and being
Yeah.
idiots. You know what I mean? Ruining it for everyone
You're
else.
scaring the high.
Yeah, there's a bar across the road to do that stuff in.
I think that's also probably like a big problem about the people like mixing, like
Alcohol.
also in Amsterdam, like alcohol and weed.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'm on vacation. and that kind of way kind of spoiling it also
Yeah.
for them, but
Yes.
also for everyone else, because then people are like, okay, they are like high, thinking that's like normal for stoners, but
Yeah.
but it's not. So
Kind of
maybe-
like put us in the same box in
Yeah.
some way. Like they're
Yeah.
kind of, even with the no smoking on the red light district and
Yeah,
stuff.
well, they're trying
or
to, cause of drunks, they're trying to ban
Yeah,
stoners,
yeah.
you
to
know
like
what I mean?
clear
It's-
out the coffee
understand it with the
shops,
drunks.
Yeah.
If you go as a girl into the red light, like at night, and you have like drunk people, like these men, they're heated up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bouncing
heated
off
up.
everybody.
Jesus, you
Yeah.
feel like in a fucking zoo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is like an
There's
animal.
no respect.
That's
Whereas
what
if
drunks
they
are.
were all just blazing. you'd be
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, hey,
You know what
how's
I
it
mean?
going?
Like, have a good night.
Yeah.
You all good? You know what I mean? It's not like creepy, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, run, like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
very
different
true.
mindset from
Yeah, no,
people.
definitely.
Yeah.
But,
You know, why don't they just try it?
yeah,
I know,
that's it.
yeah.
But that's it. Like, if people
Yeah.
have their whiteys and go, no, it's never for me, I won't do it again, or they get paranoid once, like, no, I'm like, you just haven't found the right weed.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
you tried it
Yeah.
once, it didn't work, like, oh no. But yet, these same people will get drunk, get in a fight, get arrested, fight with their missus, something like this, and then do it again the next week.
Yeah.
That's not for you either. But
Yeah.
you've still no problem doing it. The weed made you feel sick for a few minutes, but yet you're like, no, I can't do that. This stuff's ruining your life, and you still do it every week. You know
But
what I mean?
that
It's a different
is-
mentality.
That's them.
Yeah,
That's society normalizing
it's 'cause it's
alcohol
legal.
to keep us in like the same kind of like routine, the same bubble,
Yeah.
the same comfort, to
Yeah.
be pissed up, to be hungover.
Yeah.
Whereas they're trying to keep the cannabis such a taboo. Whereas
because it
it's-
opens your mind and makes you ask
Yeah.
questions.
You're kind of like, wait, should we be doing
Like, I don't know
this
if the
stuff? Yeah.
government made alcohol to dumb the masses and keep them at bay, but if they didn't, they found something that works already, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
as long as people get drunk at the weekend to forget their problems, hungover half the week to forget they have problems again, and look forward to the weekend to forget their problems again,
Yeah.
they'll never question anything else and just go through life and routine. But when you're stoned and you're thinking all the time, you'll question, you know, you have time to
Yeah.
question stuff instead of being just a drunken moron all the time.
I think on the other side we also have to see like sometimes the negative sides of weed, also the negative sides on,
Yeah.
for example, social media, where it's like many videos are like, for example, yeah, let's smoke out the car, or let's
Yeah.
smoke out the whole room, or you know, like
That's
let's get no
someone always has to
oxygen
go
and
too
then
big and
smoke
too
stuff.
ridiculous, you
Yeah,
know what
like
I mean?
this going too big. Like it's also there with weed.
Yeah.
That we have also to talk about. You don't need to be the biggest smoker to
Yeah,
be the coolest
yeah,
in the
that's
room.
it,
It's
no.
not a
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
It's about you just finding to yourself.
Yeah, smoke what
and
you want. If you
Yeah.
want
Just being
pure, if you want a
happy, it's
bong, if you
basically
want
about
with
that.
herbal
Some
mix, you
people
want.
don't
You know what I
even
mean?
need THC.
Yeah.
THC
Exactly.
isn't
Yeah.
literally for everybody. You know what I mean? Like for some of us, yeah, we can consume it on a daily basis and go about our day. But for some people, it literally will have a negative effect. They
Yeah.
shouldn't. They should stick to
Yeah.
more medicinal
Yeah,
CBD,
no,
CBG.
definitely. But that's it. There is something out there for everyone. There
Yeah.
is a cannabinoid or a strain for everyone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Definitely.
Mhm,
But
definitely.
we never decided. I think solid spot or for heck elders.
Oh yeah. Yes,
Yeah, solid
Yeah.
spot.
I'd say because they have a good menu. and
It's
stuff
good enough
like
menu,
that.
good enough location,
It's
good enough everything.
sufficient.
But it's not anything more than good enough. You know what I mean? So I think solid
Yeah.
spot is enough.
Yeah.
So
It's also the mental health aspect. I think if
Yes.
somebody is severely mentally ill, should probably not consume high
Yeah.
THC anything.
no,
Yes,
definitely
like
not.
sativa, a high
Yeah.
haze.
Yeah, no,
it's
it definitely
not
stay
good
away
for
from
your
all
brain.
haze and
But
sativas.
it can
Yeah.
trigger shit because you also
Yeah.
like see your demons, and that's I think
Yes.
for all of us that we have to
Yes.
face some darker sides of us, some loops where you're
Yeah.
just like stuck and
Yeah.
everything is paranoid, and you just have to deal with everything that you don't want to deal with
Yeah.
on a usual basis.
Yeah.
But probably like being able to deal with it or being open to deal with it makes
Yeah.
us these kind of people that we are.
The
now.
functioning
Yeah.
stoners that we are.
Yeah.
Kinda that like whole paranoia around the haze can kind of be depleted if you can actually step in control of your mind. You know what I mean?
So I pulled out hashtag.
Oh.
We were only up there last night, and actually we're going to host a smoke session there on the 9th. This podcast will be out for the 9th. Yeah, so the 9th of October we're hosting a smoke session in coffee shop hashtag. They're only, have you been there yet? You been to hashtag?
No.
So they're the old
Living
Barneys.
Square.
Do you remember Barneys used to be on Rembrandt, behind Rembrandt?
Yeah.
They had the Barneys, I don't know if it was a different name, but it was just off Rembrandt, up from the Bush Doctor over the bridge. So now that's coffee shop hashtag, so they've taken it over. It's a great menu.
Yeah,
you
really.
love the hash out of there.
Yeah,
It's called
oh,
hashtag
yeah.
for a reason.
If you're
Famous,
into
yeah.
Yeah, no,
hash,
it's definitely,
like lovely spot every time we walked in. Like bartenders really friendly,
Yeah.
everything like really nice place.
yeah, and even a decent weed menu as well
Yeah.
for me.
Like
Is
the-
their Instagram at hashtag?
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah. yeah. And I was putting up hashtag last night. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we're having a smoke session there on the 9th. If you're seeing this now, you've probably seen it on the Instagram, but if you're only seeing it now, the 9th at about 7 p.m. roughly, we're going to have a little, it's not a grand opening because they want to do renovations and then do another opening. So it's like a soft opening. We're going to just show it off. It's a small enough shop, so it's going to be full, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they said they're going to give us out some of their weed to sample in the volcano balloons. They're going to throw some weed out. They even said they're going to give us a puff coat to give away to somebody.
Yes.
So I'm thinking we're just going to, I have a load of raffle tickets left over from our quiz night, so I'm just going to give everyone that attends a raffle ticket. I'm taking one too and you're taking one, and then we'll let somebody random pull out the ticket, and if we win it, don't hold it against us, but whoever wins it gets a puff coat. So yeah, if there's not more reason to come and get high with us, yeah, so the 9th of October, if you're around, come along, get high, chat some shit, and maybe win a puff coat. So yeah, but overall, hashtag, it's got milkshakes, good menu, comfortable seats.
Iced coffee.
Milkshake.
Yeah, it's
I
got
have an iced
milkshakes.
coffee
Yeah.
if
Iced
You get me
coffee,
with the
yeah.
milkshake.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, a lot of places get the extra nod because of
Yeah.
milkshakes.
Yeah.
I think they do
Because it's
toasties. Yeah, there
a-
was someone getting toasted at
yeah.
12 o'clock last night.
Because I think, especially like even if you're coming on holidays as a tourist, it's a nice extra treat
Yeah.
rather than just like
A hot chocolate or a
can of
milkshake, a
stuff.
hot chocolate or a
Yeah.
milkshake are two of the things you want with your joint. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
everyone can have a Coke or a Sprite anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's something different.
It's a special thing.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I definitely put them up blazing, or if not, between Topshop and
Yeah.
blazing. You know what I mean? I think it's
Because see, it could be just with the seat and it's quite small.
yeah. I was just gonna say it's
Then it might
small. It
have to
doesn't
be
have a
honest,
games
but honestly,
table or anything.
menu's
But
banging.
so there's a few little things that make a Topshop it doesn't have. But it's definitely up there, weed wise, hash
Oh,
wise,
100%. And I
price
think it needs
wise.
to get
Yeah,
recognised.
they're only open
honestly.
2 months. He said
Yeah.
2 months are only
And like
open.
we're
so
not, like I'm not even being biased. I walked in, I was so chuffed with the hash menu. Like they have a
Yeah.
load of filter hash and stuff that's like 12, 13, 14. It's not starting at 16.
yeah,
And it's good quality. They're Moroccan tagine. If you love Moroccan hash, oh my god, it's beautiful.
yeah.
No, it's absolutely like it's top quality stuff. So they have a lot of passion and love. They're bud tenders and all
Yeah.
really sick.
No, yeah, they're very
So
friendly and
yeah,
all.
it's a
so
really, it's a nice refresh, I think, to the community.
it's nice to get a new shop that's not a second of another shop. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because we've got the Green Place 2, Plug 2 and 3, Terps Army 2. You know what I mean? So we're losing shops and just getting a replica of another shop. So to
Yeah.
have something brand new, it's always nice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah, I want a more games approach.
Yeah.
Like foosball.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like some magnetic
Oh,
darts.
another
That would be
one.
sick. Like, actually
Have you been
stuff
to
to
Coffee Shop
do.
Spirit?
Spirit, where's that?
It's in the what's in the pipe? Not
Yeah,
the pipe.
like
Jordan.
Jordan.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't go
So,
there that much.
so on the 30th of October, another smoke session. We're having the Butterhood Fancy Dress Halloween Smoke Sesh. So it's a fancy dress smoke session. We did it last
Yeah.
year in Spirit,
It was
and it was a
savage.
very good. I
Yeah.
dressed.
I've seen the Instagram. I'm going.
I dressed
Yeah.
up as
I love Halloween.
I dressed up as Fat
Yes.
Thor when he let himself go. I had a blonde wig and all, so
I love that.
I'm
Yeah.
finally a superhero I could dress up as.
Oh,
But so yeah, we're doing it again on the Monday before Halloween. So yeah, Monday, and then about 7 p.m. as well, roughly, because we probably do a recording that day. But yeah, so fancy dress 30th. We might even. I was saying them other things that we have for giveaways we could do for the fancy dress as well. Them few other bits. Say do some at the fairy house and save a few for well just random people that done a
We
good
want to
costume.
spoil.
Yeah.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
going all
Oh,
out now.
and then
Yes, no, dude. There'll be prizes
last
for best
year
costume.
we done a Christmas one out in Spirit as well. I wanted to dress as Santa Claus and do the whole come up and get a picture with Santa Claus thing. Nowhere in Amsterdam sells Santa Claus suits because they don't do Christmas here, so I couldn't find one.
Sinterklaas.
Yeah,
that's why.
but
Yeah.
I got wrapping
We're
paper with
bringing
like
the
a,
Irish vibe of it.
I got a Christmas version of my logo with me as Santa Claus and got wrapping paper, and we got people to donate edibles and like dab tools and all this stuff, and I went around and handed out presents to everyone.
I will donate.
So
I
we're
will
hoping
donate
to
this.
recreate that this year, but we want to go full
Ah.
the girls as
Santa.
elves, all dressed up as Santa. Everyone come up, get a photo with Santa, and get a present and stuff. So there's no date on that yet, but sometime in December there will be a Christmas smoke session as well. So
So you just want to bring more community.
yeah.
Like even the way you're saying about like I want to go somewhere with this foosball. We need stuff to do.
Yeah.
Stoners
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
to sit in a couch and
That-
do nothing.
that's-
We're
I like
buzzy
going out
motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned Spirit.
Yeah.
I'm more an
they,
online
They have
busy.
5
Yeah, kind of
pinball
have your
machines.
brain going doing something.
But
yeah.
you can't stay in that mindset forever. So I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
leave in order to complete the
Yeah.
comfort.
It is
if
though,
that makes
and then
sense.
come back. You feel fresher then as you step back into your stuff.
Especially
yeah.
when the vibes are good.
Yeah.
Especially. It's like it feeds your soul.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Talk to people who are like minded and also just adventure. You know what I mean? Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Like
Yeah.
adventure. I would love
Something
to
new
play
every day,
a
you know
game
what I
with
mean?
someone I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and
no, definitely.
Friendship.
But that's what I was going to say. I know it's not a game you play with someone. They have 5 pinball machines in Spirit, a pool table, and some other little arcade machine. Then
Yeah.
chessboards, games, and
Oh
also.
my gosh.
yeah.
I've only been to coffee shop Get Down.
Get Down's
Oh,
good.
yeah,
It has
that's
a few
a
nice
pool
one as
tables,
well.
They
yeah.
have
and
yeah.
pool tables, but that's all they have is pool
You've
tables.
seen the
so this
games
sounds way
tables,
better.
the coffee shop, like the little. It looks like a coffee table, and it's a computer. Have you seen them?
Yes, they
They're
have
great.
those. I haven't played on
Oh,
them.
we play on them for hours. There's one like it's like frustration. You got to get around the board and get all your pieces home, and if you
Ooh.
land on someone, they got to go back. It's called Around the World here, but we play that for hours. Just sitting there smoking. You can play 4-player. Then there's another version, like it's a bit different, but you can play 6-player on that. It's like €1 each. Sit there for ages, just smoking and playing.
because
it.
we just play pool when
Yeah.
I go. Like we're
Yeah.
pool
No,
all
love
day.
pool.
There's about
Yeah.
50
It's a
different
good
games
one
on
with
this. You can just
Jason.
slide it along and pick different games on these.
See,
on these
I want to do
computers.
this next time.
Yeah,
I'll have
no,
to
definitely.
Let my people
The
know.
the plug have one. We talked about them last show. The plug tree in Roosland. Baloo have one. Pre to Me have one. A good few. I think
I don't
Get Down
like
have
Free
one.
to Me's one though. I
There's
feel like
one-
everybody be looking at you. Everyone like looks at you when you're playing there.
Oh
'cause it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
I forget people are around when I'm stoned.
It's
I
just
think
a-
it's just,
it's
like
a
I walk
coffee
around like
shop
just
in the
stoned and
center.
think I'm
So-
on like I'm a ghost or something. I'm just looking at people forgetting they can see me too. So like I don't care
Big
when I'm out.
cloud
Just,
around
It's the
us.
tourists
Yeah.
for me.
I'm just like oh wow.
It's like I feel like some people that stay in Pre-Me just get too stoned. They
Yeah.
get too
It
in
is
their
a very
head.
You can
tourist
get
shop.
so.
Sit there.
I think
You-
because it's a
too
long way out.
comfortable. Yeah.
You can't see the door.
Yeah,
You're like,
you have to
"Oh,
go down a
fuck."
few flights of stairs.
Go past the security through the beepers,
Yeah.
everything. You're like, oh fuck that man.
It's like getting out of prison. Like.
like a movie room. Like they want you in there for hours.
Yeah.
It is
buying
though.
But I have been there for hours. I've watched
But
they
which
always
is
show
quite
Marvel
nice,
movies.
though,
I've
to
been
have
there
the
for
mix.
2 Marvel movies
Yeah.
back to back. Milkshakes, slush puppies. You know what I mean, it's
Yeah.
that's what a great experience to smoke your joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From people that smoke in their garden at home to me sitting. They're like beds in there on the top
There's a
floor.
whole bed.
You have to take your shoes
right
off
there.
because you're that like lying on it. They'll bring you fucking chicken wings, hot dogs, toasties, milkshakes, slush
Yeah.
puppies.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
name it, they'll
full
bring it to you.
meal.
Ice creams,
Yeah.
pancakes, and you can just sit there watching movies, smoking joints for hours. And we put
Yeah.
them on Topshop a few weeks ago, and people gave me shit over it. They have a
It's
bad
'cause they're
reputation.
overhyped.
Yeah, but they have a
Yeah.
bad reputation, this and that. But there's a reason. Like if you're talking about overall everything, they belong on top. When you can give that much games tables, movies,
Yeah.
food, drinks, their menus got better prices. They've got more choice. They've now got Canadian menu, California menu, Dutch menu. So it is better than it was. And I do get the whole tourist, you know what I mean? But overall, it's one of the best shops in the city.
No,
what I mean?
what
It
you
has
need
to
to
be.
do is go in there and pretend you're a tourist. I got free papes multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
And they're pink.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I was so happy.
I think we've a load of them pink papers, don't we, Giver?
Yeah, actually, we robbed that ashtray. But if you lift up the ashtrays under pre to me,
Yeah.
it actually
Take your joint there for a
says.
second.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you lift up the ashtray under Pre to Me's thing, it says nicely stolen from Pre to Me Amsterdam.
So it's
So
kind of
they're
like,
pretty much
it's like a little
they're telling you
incentive.
to steal them
can't.
from Pre to Me. So
No,
if
you
you
guys
go
don't.
on
You
it.
shouldn't have told me that. I will take
Once
from
they
a
told
restaurant.
me I was like,
if you write something
I'm
on the
sorry.
I'm a
bottom,
cutlery
telling,
person too. If I see a nice spoon or something, I'm like,
I've taken chopsticks, cups.
Yeah.
I'm
Hashtags,
bad. If I like
trays,
it and
yeah.
it's really
Oh.
nice, I'm like, I'll never see this again.
back when I used to drink, I'd never leave a pub without putting like half a pint in my inside pocket and just walking down the street drinking. I had so many glasses and random shit just because you could. You know what I mean? I'm taking this.
Because you
Yeah,
like,
you know
come
what I mean?
on, you know.
Yeah.
what are they gonna
Stupid
say?
I
shit.
always feel bad.
Yeah.
No,
Only
you won't,
cutlery.
you
I will
won't.
never steal from a shop, anything like that.
Nah, I
I
don't care for
panic too
cutlery.
much.
Uh,
But if it's in a hotel or something, yeah.
Yeah,
and they've a
that's
funky
part of the
weird
price,
thing.
you know what I
It's
mean?
part
I
of the
got-
price. No, it's not. We're still being thieves. We're bad. I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom. Don't watch.
Yeah. Well, here, your mom is also
My ma
snuck
taught me how to
yeah. She was like, get that
Yeah.
mug for me.
She knows.
If
she
my ma
knows.
seen a nice salt and pepper
We've all
shaker, she's like, oh, throw that in your bag there.
Yeah, we've
You know what I
all
mean?
walked
That's a
out
nice
of a
tray there, a
restaurant.
nice little, you know what I mean?
I got a cocktail glass of a woman's body.
Oh, yes,
You're
you something
telling me
like
you
that.
wouldn't
Yeah,
that?
that's definitely coming home, you know what I mean?
And you only have one, you're not getting a set.
Yeah.
You can't
Nah.
rob a pair. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, look, we're having one tacky thing.
Yeah.
Stand there. Yeah.
One free
I love
glass a
it.
night.
Yeah. We've all done it.
Other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
I got
We're
I got
good.
literally caught for stealing towels from a hotel.
No way.
Yeah, at the reception.
No.
I know. the
How did they
selection,
catch you?
I know. Excuse me.
How'd they catch you?
Well, they were like being like.
Check the room or something, seeing there was towels
Yeah.
missing? No
yeah,
way.
Yeah. And at
Oh,
the
they
reception, they
count 'em.
were like, maybe we're like missing some towels.
I
Like, I have to unpack them. Like,
think I
oh,
left them by the
shit.
pool. We don't have a pool.
I folded them in that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
you
you
check-
died.
Did you
Just
check
like,
under the bed? I think I kicked them under there this
Run.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go up and have a look there, boy.
Yeah.
I
That's
have
hilarious.
no
Oh,
idea what you're
man.
talking about.
Yeah. I don't even use towels.
Air dry.
air dry.
I don't agree with them. Bad for the
Your
environment.
windows don't open far
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. I threw them in the bin. I don't agree with towels. You'll find them in the trash out the back.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
yeah. Hotels, they know.
Yeah. No, that's it. It's all part of it. I mean, they buy in bulk because everyone's taking everything. You know what I mean? Especially them little stuff, you know what I mean? If you're allowed to use it all there, why can't they take it and use it another time? If, you know what I mean? It's the same logic.
You were petty enough to come and tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, you really cared for these two towels.
Wait till they
Like,
notice the
come
shower
on
curtains
now.
are gone too.
Duvets, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they always have the best mattresses in a hotel.
Well,
Depends how-
depends how much you pay for your hotel. I've slept in some bad hotels
Oh, yeah,
in my
no, I've got a
travels.
few springs in my back.
When I remember going around Thailand, I wouldn't even have my hotel. I'm on a boat going from one island to the next, like looking online, going,
Classic.
where's the cheapest hotels? Like €10. Like, I'll take that. And you get there, it's a little shed or something. You're like, okay. The pictures looked a lot better. But yeah, no, I've stayed in some. Yeah, a lot of them are nice, but you've stayed in some crazy places. I remember even staying over here when I was interrailing years ago, and we stayed in some place, there was 4 of us, and just to get up the stairs with our backpacks on, you had to crawl, because the next stairs was so like close on top of you, had to crawl up and then get into a room. There was no toilet, but there was a shower, but instead of having a shower head, it was just a piece of copper sticking out of the roof, and you turned that on, just water just trickled out of that. And then I think the next day one of the lads had like chocolate, and there was all mice nibbles out of that and all. I was like,
No.
glad we're only here for the night.
Yeah. Amsterdam,
Yeah.
full effect.
Oh, stop.
No.
But yeah, so where do we put this in the end? We're going to put it between Blazing and Topshop. I think just
Yeah.
it's close enough to up there, but their size and their few
Absolutely.
missing bits.
Just
so.
because it is size, maybe it's a bit small, but honestly, I think it really needs to get
yeah,
recognised.
and it'd be interesting after the renovations what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll throw the lighter
Yeah,
back
see
in
that?
the bag.
Yeah,
then, 'cause
absolutely.
when we said we're going to do a smoke session there, we're like, oh, we can do like an opening. He's like, no, we want to renovate and then we'll do an opening. So
Yeah.
there should be another
With a
smoke
full
session there then
hashtag
another
vibe on
time. But for now, it's just a soft open, just to welcome
Yeah.
to the neighbourhood. Let's all go down, but
Smoke
should be
it
a
up.
good day.
Yeah. Yeah, hash banging. Dirty Jean.
Ever since I had Portuguese hash, my life has been changed.
Portuguese hash.
Portuguese hash
hash.
is it's Moroccan,
Okay, yes.
but it's just so soft and perfectly crumbly. They're right over the border, so
yeah, it's close.
it's close.
Yeah, you're
It's
gonna
so
fresh,
good.
like, yeah.
Oh, I've been loving when I find something as close as I can.
Yeah,
Here.
do that, yeah.
As close as you can. So
I love
Jean.
the old school, the like Moroccan hash. I
Yeah.
love that. Like the filter hash, I love it. I love how stony it is if I want to have a nice like mong. But like the old school Moroccan hash, it's beautiful. Flavors, like it's there.
I was going to say, do we have enough time to play our game? But on the bottom it says play time 20 to 40 minutes. So I think it'd be pushing it battery wise if we played that. But definitely we're gonna, because if we have the games night, we'll have you on to play this some night for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Because I'm interested. We'll play it ourselves some night for sure.
Yeah.
Because you'll have to tell us again off the air what the rules are, because it seems so complex. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot
so
of
easy. It's
yeah.
so
when you
easy.
get into it, it's easy enough.
easy.
Like
Yeah.
Because it is stoners playing it, you got to keep it a bit easy, you know what I mean?
No, but beautiful idea though. Like with both of your products,
Yeah.
it's bringing a different. As you're saying, it could literally be played with all the family. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
it.
And yours
Kids-
as well.
kids don't know what
tea,
they're playing.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
No,
it. I
but
love
it's
the
phenomenal.
innovation and just
Yeah.
the amount of different people we've had on. We've only done what? This is the 8th episode, and
Yeah.
everybody's come on. It's something different and something new, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And everyone just trying something new and seeing
with
a
a
gap
lot
in
of
the
passion.
market. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Passion is the main thing, as
Yeah,
we said earlier.
Really.
But they just see a gap in the market, saying this could work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone else might like this, and that's it. And then you realise other people do want this, and the community grows, and
And
it's
bringing
brilliant.
the benefits, especially both of yous are medicinal.
Yeah,
You know, they've come with
and
a
very
medicinal
eco-friendly and
approach.
everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
It's-
love it. I need it.
Yeah.
We need it. More women, everything.
To be honest, like the eco part, I wouldn't even. If I was taking a set and that, you know what I mean, I'm getting the thing ready, cheapest way, how I can get it done. But the fact is, you are going and thinking in advance, eco-friendly, even if it costs that little bit more, or a little bit more work. It's a nice touch, you know what I mean? Like
It
it's
has to be.
yeah, it has to be
You know,
done.
you put
needs to be the norm.
something
You have
out
to
into the world.
Be
you
the
know.
change you want to see, like
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and like it's really like you put something big out into the world and stuff.
there's a fly attacking her.
So
It's
you
representing
don't,
you.
yeah, you don't,
Yeah.
you don't want to pollute. You know, you just want to help. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
But
you
it's-
don't want to be a cause
No,
to
you're
the problem.
solution.
Yeah.
You want to be the solution
Yeah.
and or the norm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The
Like
only
an
problem I
alternative
have
even.
with global warming and the whole change is, as long as America and China and that are pumping out and destroying it, the whole world could shut down forever and still not make a difference. You know what I mean? It's like showing up to a disaster with a brush and a dustpan and brush. You're going to clean up a little bit, but you're not going to change much. You know what I mean? So until the big nations and the big people that fuck up this world do it, everything we do is just a little bit. You know what I mean? But again, every little helps along the
See,
way.
My mom always said charity always starts at
Yeah.
home. It
That's
starts
it.
at home.
Yeah.
So
If you
I'm never going to be able to fix what's going on.
no, but you
in
can help
America.
the environment
Yeah.
around you.
But what we can do for the people that are here around us, there's less we're around less toxins.
Yeah, no,
you know
of
what I
course,
mean?
yeah.
I can't fix over there,
Yeah.
but little by little, I think that needs to be.
Our part of the world be a little bit cleaner than
Yeah.
their part of the world. Overall, the world's getting fucked, but you know, at
Yeah.
least we might survive a little bit longer than they will.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it is again. It's while the big nations are just polluting and polluting, it's a hard fight to fight. You know what I mean? But it's nice that people try. You know what I mean? To keep if more people start again, the next generation will do it more. Like the weed, like fucking,
Yeah.
like even with gay marriage. Like when I was born in Ireland, it was illegal to be gay, and then like a few years ago, they voted in gay marriage. So in our lifetime, you can see change. You know what I mean? Weed wasn't. I definitely never thought it was going to be legal in America and Canada and
Yeah.
everything, and now
Like
it is. So
fast.
all this stuff is all this gateway. You know what I mean? It's all stepping stones.
I hope I live to the end of the century. I want to know how far it
Yeah,
gets.
it's
like-
It would be beautiful to see it.
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
it?
I don't
Really
think it-
would be
I
magic to see.
fear for what it's going to look like. That's the other thing. You know what I mean? What?
Yeah.
I love that
What
though.
society
But I
will
think,
be.
though, in a mad way, if cannabis
Cannabis could
became
save the world.
in a weird way, I think it could calm a lot of people down.
But in a million different
If
ways,
we
it could save the world.
eliminated-
For money wise, for agriculture, for everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As well as personal benefits,
Yeah.
as you were saying, like to calm people down.
Medicinally,
Yeah.
everything. A
Like it
lot of
literally, it's a
benefits.
key to changing a lot of things in this world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The eco stuff, you could recycling's nearly no problem anymore because of hemp and all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then medicines, all that stuff, building everything. There's no more deforestation, everything like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? There's a million reasons to have it legal and have it highly fucking grown and
Yeah.
in every form, from hemp to medicinal to fucking recreational to every type of weed
Yeah.
you can grow. Just get it grown everywhere. Like
Literally.
fill the
I'm
world
just
full of it.
saying, like plants should not be.
Nature shouldn't be illegal.
It
Like
shouldn't
Yeah.
be illegal.
No.
It's growing. Like
Yeah.
it just is how it is.
that's
so
it.
Literally.
Yeah, we also got to educate the youth, like
Yes.
Yeah. But that's it. They are more educated now, and they're not getting the scare tactics that our parents got grown up. So it's, as I said, every generation will be that more open-minded on every issue. So it's for the next generation you have to make the changes, nearly.
Definitely.
yeah.
They don't know how easy they're going to have it, just like stoners, you know what I mean? Just going around buying weed everywhere, never have to buy it off somebody in a car on the side of the road and wait for somebody for 2 days to text you back to get a 50 bag. And
And you never
Oh,
know what
man.
you get.
Yeah.
and what's on it.
they're
it's
going into
stretched,
shops
it's
and
grown.
buying stuff with labels and all this in fucking 20 years' time.
So
Or
glad
they
that's
even-
the past right now.
Yeah. Really.
Well, not for a lot of people, but for
Yeah.
me personally.
Like if we went back home, it's pretty much that.
Oh man,
You
the
know what I
thoughts
mean?
of having to
Yeah.
go back and texting some guy to see if they're around to drop you down a bit of weed, and then they'll show up, and it's just
It's mad.
nightmare altogether.
Whereas I even saw when I was down in Mary Jane, some of the people were showing me even on their phone that you could actually just go through the different strains. Like when you were listing them off, I was
Yeah,
like,
you
I
could-
saw them actually, like you can go through, and I
This
think
is that
you could
order
buy,
online
like, up to
thing?
like 100 grams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
so-
Wow.
delivered to your house.
Yeah, well, you have to be a patient.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
doctors
Do you
like,
have it? I think
you
they have it in the
have
UK
to
as well.
Go, yeah, UK
Yeah.
is also similar, I guess. But you have to go through, like a doctor has to say, yes, you are a patient.
Yeah.
And then if you have a prescription, the prescription goes for a certain strain, a certain product, basically. But yeah, you have this
Okay.
whole system that you can search for and that you can talk to your doctor with. Like, for example, we
Beautiful.
also got like terpenes. We try to go after effects, like that people can tell
Yeah.
us how did you feel, so that we can give back to the people
Yeah.
that want to learn,
Nice.
the doctors that want to know what can I give
Yeah.
to someone who has an anxiety, or what can I go for if I want like more like
Pain relief or
yeah,
pain,
pain
yeah.
relief or terpenes or
Yeah.
whatever, like a certain
Because
kind of
that's
CBD.
powerful.
Yeah,
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 the
yeah.
terpenes
Yeah,
alone,
it
never
is,
mind the
it is.
THC.
Yeah.
Very
It is.
powerful.
And that's what the beauty is about the German medical system, and that we can show it to doctors, show
Yeah.
it to patients, educate.
It's mad that you have to
Yeah, really.
you're educating doctors. These people who
Yeah.
know medicine, and you have to educate
They-
them on something.
They never really learned about
No,
the
of course not,
endocannabinoid
you know what I mean?
system.
No.
I'd
so
say
come
for a
on.
lot of them, if
No,
you even
yeah.
said endocannabinoid
Yeah.
system, they'd be
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Sorry,
it?
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a system in
Yeah.
the body. Whereas it's
I think it's a planet somewhere.
Yeah.
Quite literally everyone's system.
Like the
Yeah.
Milky Way, yeah?
The
Yeah.
endocannabinoid system.
Oh
I've
my
been
God,
there.
imagine.
Yeah. That'd be good if you ever make a sci-fi movie called it. That's, you know what I mean? That's the area they all live in.
I can see
Copyrighted, don't anybody take
around.
that. Yeah.
I know, but that's a beautiful thing. It's a nice way
It
to come
is.
about it.
It is.
That they're not even just learning from just a new book. It's actually from people, results, research, everything from the ground. Like powerful. And even with the terpenes, like you said, you have lavender within your packages, which is
Yeah.
also lenanol is the terpene, which is the exact same. You can get it in lavender, the same as you can actually get in cannabis.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So they
So-
both have the same actual
Like
effects.
when you were saying terpenes help, is terpenes not just flavour? Is there more to terpenes than flavour?
Yes,
That's one
but
of the
what you're
aspects.
Flavor, smell, taste. It's basically terpenes are in every fruit, plant, whatever. Whenever you
but
smell, it's terpenes, and
Yeah.
they interact with your body.
But does that have different terpenes have medical
Yes.
benefits,
Yeah.
not just
Yes,
flavour?
they do.
Yeah,
Yes.
but see,
Okay.
what you're tasting is what's going to have the effect.
Okay, yeah. I
It's like if
suppose,
you have
yeah.
orange juice, it'll have vitamin C in it.
Yeah.
The same as
Same kinda-
mangoes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Never even thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whereas
I
they're
just
like,
terpenes. I just thought was the flavour molecules. You know what I mean? That
no,
was-
really, really big effects. Even just from smell. Like
Yeah.
if you smell a bag of lavender,
Aromatherapy.
literally you have that automatic
Aroma.
relax,
Yeah.
the chill, eucalyptus. It's very
Yeah,
good
the
for feeling
calming,
that cleanse.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
a lot
glad.
of benefits.
Inflammations
Yeah.
is one point, relaxation, like all these anxieties.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot of terpenes, and it's a big field that definitely needs
Yeah.
a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as it gets more and more legal, it's easier to research, and they're just going to learn jumping forward. You know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
that they've learned so much underground, how much are they going to learn now that it's legal? Everyone's doing it. Everyone's
Yeah.
learning it. Everyone. You know what I mean? It's the future of cannabis is going to be
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I mean? It's
So remember, actually, there's a German elder. Oh, I don't know his name. Kind of old dude with a voice box. And really like absolute gentleman. But he went around one of the events with just like a bag of all these little squidgy jellies. And he was like, it's not for the THC, it's for the terpenes. And you could smell it. And it wasn't like a smell of candy from the bag.
Yeah.
You were actually getting this like terpene smell from the bag.
like chewing on the smoke. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And he was like, you'll notice everyone will just have this little extra mellow. And I was like, and you
No
felt this
way.
extra calm from it. Really, there's power in there.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love that people are finding, like even them triple hit syrups, people are finding not only ways to make edibles, but ways to make them different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is, he's making just a pure terpenes
Yeah.
edible, you know what I mean? One of the guys we had on a while ago, they've made a drink that will hit you 3 times because it has 3 different fats or something. So one is a fast acting, so you should get a hit early. One is a normal acting, and then one is a slow acting. So literally, when you take this edible, it should hit you 3 different times. And he said he
So
worked
it's
on it for
a
like 2 years or something
prolonged
like that.
kind of effect. So
Crazy, like just to be even thinking, like, you know what I mean, like,
but it's because they're bringing it down to the actual like biomedical
yeah,
level of it.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, we're just
But that's
getting
it.
blazed. It's like, okay, how does the body actually break it down?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the different certain people, like one of our friends, he can literally eat edibles all day, where his brother makes edibles, but he does not get high at all.
did
Like
no
from
effect.
it. Now he can smoke, he can get high, he'll
And
dab,
dab,
he can
yeah.
get high, but if he consumes orally,
Edibles, no
no.
effect.
it
That's
just is,
Crazy.
There is just those people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get like
literally.
affected different, but that's why it's an endocannabinoid
Yeah,
system.
that's it.
Yeah.
I
It's
bet he was
different.
naturally just a good guy, happy and
Yeah,
He
no,
did
very
do
good
it.
Really
energy.
nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
really.
That's my mom.
Yeah.
The hippie
Yeah.
Christian.
She's just on that level, so she had an edible and she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
She had like a few effects, but it wasn't. I didn't even think she was having anything happen to her.
Yeah.
She just seemed like
Wow.
it was a normal night.
So did she smoke?
Now she just had an edible. She's never
Okay.
done anything. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Nah.
So she's a hippie
She's
that never
a
done
hippie
anything.
That never done anything.
Okay.
She's
that's
the herbal
hilarious.
kind.
Okay.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
again, a lot of power.
Still
Yeah.
there.
A lot of
still there.
powers. Yeah.
Has its own benefits, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Different.
really.
My dad's the one that smokes.
Okay.
Also, with drugs, I think a fun fact is that the word basically means like herbal stuffs. Like it doesn't mean anything bad in
Yeah.
that kind of way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of been stigmatized
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
to
it.
be that way. Yeah.
Some people don't even like it being called weed because it makes it sound like a horrible plant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a dirty thing that grows in the ground. Like a lot of people say, no, call it cannabis or marijuana. They wouldn't even call it weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
say
it's
cannabis.
slang, so I don't give a fuck. But like I get that. You know what I mean? Have more respect for the plant and call it a little weed that
I, lo-
grows.
I love the name weed, but I think
Yeah,
that's
no, it
because
is-
I'm from not from the English kind of
Yeah,
language.
so
like it's not
it's-
my second or third language.
Yeah.
Kind of way. But I think weed is a cute name, like also like stoners. I like
Yeah.
the word stoners, but I wouldn't like in German the word kiffer.
Okay,
Kiffer,
yeah.
I don't like that.
Germans,
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
it-
videos on like they have all the different translations and then the German one at the end, and it's always something mental compared to like everyone else sounds something similar, and then Germans have just mad words. Like you know what I mean? It's a crazy language, German. But
It's different there. It's like, would you smoke openly back there if you were in home or?
what part of Germany are you from?
I lived close to Holland, so North
Okay.
Rhine-Westphalia,
Okay,
like near Cologne.
okay, nice.
Well, it's difficult. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend it to no one.
Yeah.
You have one of the
and-
medical cards,
Yes, I have
Yeah.
one. Yes.
but you for now you can legally smoke until the laws change because you have a card.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you have a prescription, then you can smoke. But it's still that like at the moment the situation is still fucked up, so you can basically get fucked up anyway. So we had that fair now in Düsseldorf, which is where I lived, and police was controlling all the cars. They were making general checks with everyone who were coming to the fair, and obviously, even if you smoke the day before, or if you're a regular smoker, then you will have samples of THC inside your body,
Yeah.
and it's so unfair to basically everyone.
Yeah.
So it's a complicated situation. In some kind of ways, it's very open or opening up, and in other
Yeah.
kind of ways. For example, even if weed will get legal, or when it will get legal in 2024, then you're not allowed to smoke between everything. From 8 in the evening, you can smoke until I think somewhere in the morning.
So it's all times
so
and all.
when
and
dawn, when the sun
What?
is down,
vampire
then
smokers.
Creatures
That
come
suits
out.
me.
Yeah.
I don't get up till it's
Exactly.
dark most days
That's
anyway.
and
Sad.
then you're not allowed to smoke within 200 meters of schools
Yeah.
or
Okay, I
public
can get that.
stops.
That's the same with the coffee shops
Um,
here. That rules.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but it if you really hold on to all of this, then you can only smoke at some little certain
yeah.
parts.
But again, I always say any legalization is better than nothing. You know what I mean? It's stepping stones. In fact, you went from medical to some sort of recreational. They're saying, "Oh, we can't do it now." A few years they'll change that. You know what I mean? Like I heard a few Canadian people saying when it went from the system they had, medical kind of, to fully legalization, there was more rules brought in, so it kind of
Yeah.
got worse when it got better. So
Weird.
Yeah, it's,
It's-
the same with
it's-
Germany.
they just don't know
It
how to
wants
deal with it.
some little
you know
bit
what I
of
mean?
control over
There's
it
people
in
who don't
some
know
way,
weed
like,
making
yeah.
laws on weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the
Oh my
problem. You know what I mean?
God.
This is the problem with the world. There's
Did-
people that don't know real world stuff deciding real world problems, and it's
Did you hear about the 50-gram maximum in a month and 3 plants that you can grow? Like,
that's Germany's plan.
yeah,
so
yeah,
you
like
can have
you grow
maximum 50 grams, but you can
yes.
also have
in a
3
month.
plants.
Yes.
Uh,
Do
can
they
you-
not realize what
have
comes
both?
off a plant?
Yeah.
Like a lot more.
You got to
than-
get rid of it as soon as it's harvest.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
3
smoked it
plants,
all in
like you
one
can,
joint.
like basically make the whole room.
And
And
full
is
of
it-
Yeah.
Is it like Dutch law? It's only outdoor grows, or can you grow indoor as well? Do you know?
indoor as well?
Okay, because
Yeah,
Dutch law you can only grow outdoor.
No, you can
And
grow for
the whole
yourself.
way through to flower?
Yes.
Okay, wow, nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because like
and-
Austria is a mad one. You can have them the whole way except until a flower.
But there's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
a funny rule. Like
Yeah.
you can get like all the clones or the little ones in Austria and just buy them like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they just make clones
Like a
there, don't
garden
they? They can
centre.
grow them up to
Yeah.
clone level,
But-
and then
Then again, funny in Austria, some years ago, there were artists who were putting some weed flowers behind glass, like in
Yeah.
a cave. It was art, you know, it was activism and art at the same time, and they got like in big trouble with
Oh,
police
yeah.
and stuff.
Okay.
You were like,
fucking
yeah.
art, like grow up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But it's because they're making a
Yeah,
statement.
no, that's it. It's
You
the
know
art
what I
that they're-
mean? If
It's
they're
not just a picture they're drawing;
No.
it's a whole movement they're
Yeah.
starting. You know what I mean? I get that, but
Yeah.
fucking
But beautiful that
pictures.
they made the
Yeah.
movement. That's a nice
but
way to
that's it.
do
People
it.
have
yeah.
to sacrifice for shit to get done. You
No,
know what I
it
mean? There has to be
is.
martyrs, and there
Yeah.
has to be people who lead the way and
Yeah.
take the hits, and to,
Literally.
as we said, for it to be easy like us, and even easier for people in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have to go through shit times, and
Yeah.
like I've got arrested over weed and got to court over weed,
Mm.
so the fact that I might never have to do that again is amazing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And my nephew and shit will might never have to get arrested for smoking a joint in his
Yeah.
life, because everywhere else would have caught up by then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So hopefully we'll see how it is in 10 years' time.
No,
But yeah,
very much.
Well,
Even,
no, go on.
just even one thing, just on like moms with weed. Every mom that is like smoked, they like stopped during the pregnancy or whatever. But I always ask them, what would you prefer your child to be doing, drinking or smoking?
Yeah.
Straight away smoking.
Of course. They're
'Cause
not
you've
bringing
no
trouble to the
worries
door,
then.
you know what I mean?
You know, they're just
yeah, you're not out
there's in
fighting
their
or
mind,
getting
yeah.
anything. I mean, for fellas it's fighting, for girls it's a lot fucking worse that can happen
Yeah.
with drink, you know what I mean? So
Literally.
it's,
Just play
yeah.
cannabis all the way.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's just no drama. There's just,
No.
yeah, it's beautiful. But yeah, no, the battery warning's up, so we're going to have to call it a day. So thank you very much if you're still watching.
Yeah.
Thank you to 20-Somethings, to Life by Nyke, and as always to the Faded Fairy. Thanks
Legends.
for
Thank you,
watching.
ladies.
Like and subscribe somewhere here if you are still watching that. And thanks, guys.
Yeah, really.
Thank you.
Thank
Legends.
you.
Thank you.